to the live stream. What's happening Wednesday?
Did you forget it was What's Happening Wednesday?
No.
You're welcome to the live stream.
I didn't forget.
Well, welcome everyone. We just came from downtown Disney. We were a little bit behind today.
Yeah.
We lost track of time.
It got dark and we went, oh no, what time is it?
Yeah, I don't know how we did that.
We were only supposed to be there for a little while, and then we ended up kind of having a nice dinner.
Yeah.
You'll see in the vlog. And then we cruised around. It was our date night.
We went window shopping.
Yeah, and you don't want to cut into date night and be like, come on, we gotta go. It's like,
right.
It's a night out with my gal, my best gal.
It doesn't work very well. So that's what happened. Let me turn off the fan above us because it's kind of cold.
Oh, I thought it felt good, but
no, I'm like getting chilly.
Usually you're the one that turns the fan on.
I know, you're right.
You're a fan of the fan, and I'm not a fan of the fan, but tonight I was a fan of the fan.
Tonight I'm a little...
So I was feeling...
Tonight I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so hello everyone. I hope you're all having a good week. Sorry about this being so late.
Yeah.
Like we said, we got sidetracked, but we're here now.
Disney sidetracked. So Disney you can understand. Sidetracked by Disney. Let me pull this up on my computer. If you see me looking away, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, I get it. Okay. Anyway, so did Adam get his hat? No, he didn't. We kind of all just said forget it. And
it was given to the Disney gods.
It was a sacrifice.
Well, Mr. Bones, he's out in the sun a lot. He was in need of a hat. He lives in Anaheim. He thought, this is a perfect opportunity for me to represent. He gets a lot of LA Dodgers hats going by, Disney hats. He saw Adam's Anaheim hat.
And he was like, this is the one.
Yeah, and he's like, that's the guy that always says best remove him. I'm going to best remove his hat and make it my own. So Mr. Bones...
he said he wasn't... Gosh, sorry.
Yeah, Mr. Bones is now the proud owner of a Anaheim Angels, or I don't even know what they're called anymore. Are they called the Anaheim Angels? The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, I think is what it is. It's sadly.
What? No, it's not. Really?
At one point, they were called the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, which made no sense.
I didn't know any of this.
But that was all just,
News to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, how is everybody doing tonight? Is
Hope you're
anybody
well.
doing anything special? Are you celebrating anything special? My daughter and I are going to Disneyland in October. Any advice? I would give you the advice of don't think it's going to be cold, because it's not.
It's usually a hot month.
Yeah, it's hot. But bring a jacket for nighttime. I heard Carnation Cafe was opening back up September 1st. Is that true? I don't know if it's September 1st, but I do know it's in September.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Kenzie. She said she's at the vet again, supposed to leave for Disney tonight. I'm so sorry. I'm sending you all our love.
Astro.
Thank you. I'm surprised my makeup even looks halfway decent because we were walking around downtown Disney.
Mine looks terrible.
Well,
I think it was my concealer.
You don't even wear... What is concealer? Where does it go?
I don't know. I just heard you guys talk about that a lot.
What do you use for concealer? Tell us.
To conceal things. I use it right here.
Oh, okay. That works.
Is that where it goes?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, mainly people use concealer to brighten their under eyes. Ashley says 2 months away from, excuse me, our Disney World trip. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Do they have the monorail open yet? Asks Sean, and the answer is no.
Not at Disneyland. No.
We don't have any words on that.
Epcot even has their monorail going now, right?
World of Disney, Tim's here.
Timothy.
He's going to be going to Disneyland with family next week. I hope we get to see you guys.
Heard that. Heard that.
Marcella says, Spencer, how's your contour holding up after today?
After about 3 or 4 hours, it tends to get compromised.
Well, he didn't use setting spray.
I didn't have time.
Stars, just like us.
I didn't have time. The regiment is very time-consuming and arduous at best. So a lot of times I don't have time for all those steps. I just got to kind of cut and run.
Just cut and run?
Yeah, because you got to do what you got to do.
Who does your eyebrows? Not Spencer. Nope, mine is the same. My eyebrows, I need to start an Instagram page just for my eyebrows.
Oh, well.
It's all in the setting spray, Spence. Very true.
Well, this is true. I agree with you. It's just that there was no time. Priorities. It should be a priority, really.
Yeah, setting spray. You definitely need to use it.
What am I going to do?
Can't wait to spend my magic key money. Us too. We are so ready for it.
Yeah.
Is Spencer's shirt upside down? What? What do you mean? Why you say it's upside down?
No, that's
Where do
Mickey's,
you get that?
That's Mickey's noggin.
Yeah, that's Mickey. What flavor LaCroix? This is passion fruit. I actually surprisingly really liked passion fruit. I had no thought that it was going to be good, and I love it.
I too am having a little passion fruit LaCroix.
Kenzie, whenever I'm sad, I think about the medium shirt thing, and I feel better.
Kenzie.
Oh, that's so good.
So what she's talking about is we both tend to at times get the same shirt. We do the couples shirt thing, right? Katie loves that.
I do. You like it too.
I go with it. You know, I'm not as excited about it as you. So what shirt? Oh, it was
Runaway Railway.
The Runaway Railway shirts. Nothing Can Stop Us Now from Magic Kingdom. Mm-hmm. She had a medium.
Yeah, I buy the unisex medium.
And I have a large. And there was a day we went to Downtown Disney, kind of like we did today. And we had just gotten back from there, and we're like, oh, let's wear our shirts, you know? Mm-hmm. And so we wore them, and the whole day.
Filmed all day.
And I was noticing, because I'm very sensitive to that, when my T-shirts are like right at my belt line, it bugs me. I want them to go past my belt line a little bit.
You have a long torso anyways. Like Spencer has a very long torso.
Yes, I was put on the stretcher.
Long arms, long legs.
So if I at all like lean over or crouch down to get a shot or something, my shirt will ride up. So I need my shirt to be a little bit past the belt line for me to be comfortable. Plus, I don't like that feeling. You can feel when a shirt rides up. You guys all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So that was happening all day, and it was frustrating me. But we were filming, and I just kind of went with it. And a lot of times I'll do that, and Katie will come behind me and pull the shirt down.
Yeah,
because I'm just so focused on what I'm doing that
if I see it happening, but he can't get an extra large because when he does, it's too big here, and you're seeing all of his chest hair because he doesn't like.
Well, it's very
Spencer's
manly.
Not this. No, yeah,
it's very manly.
He's like Gaston. He's like. What is it like Gaston does? Anyway, but so and then he doesn't have these like really big wide arms, so it looks like he's lanky. He's got long arms, long legs, long torso. Anyway,
so long story short,
he has to,
so this was happening all day, and
like when we're in the store filming, by the way, and multiple times I would go up and pull his like shirt up, like
my shirt's
his riding
like,
up,
and my skin's exposed, or it just looks bad, right?
And I think World of Disney Tim was there, and like. He looked over and he's like...
I'm sure Tim is laughing right now.
Oh,
Tim,
he's probably crying right now.
I don't want to hear it. Tim always has my back, though. Let's just be fair.
That's true.
Tim is on Team Spencer, and I love that
100%.
about him. So what we came to realize was, and I think it was when we got home...
So yeah, we got ourselves salads from the Habit, and we're sitting at home eating, and
I was feeling bad about myself, because I'm like, man,
Dude, because we had been dieting.
We've been dieting, and I was like, none of my T-shirts are fitting, and it's really frustrating me. And I'm at a loss. I don't know what to do.
Right.
And feeling bad about myself.
So I took off my shirt as we're eating. Like I went into the other room and I took it off, and I was like, oh my god, I'm wearing a large shirt. And then I looked at Spencer, and so we have the photo.
So I was wearing the medium. She was wearing the large, and when you see the photo,
we even took a photo
makes
that
perfect
day.
sense. You're like, oh, dude,
it's so good. Hold on, I'll show you the photo. I'll get to the super chats by the way. In a second.
Consequently, Katie had a laugh, as did Tim.
Dude,
he was still on my side. So
I was laughing so hard, I was crying. I think I have it saved under my.
So Kenzie,
favorites.
thank you for remembering and enjoying that story.
It's so worth it.
I have a few of those stories. That have happened on the channel.
Why don't you read some of these super chats that came in and say thank you?
Oh, I would love to.
Starting with 7 Toon Man sends us $10. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
You can read those right there.
I was going to, but you.
Oh no, one just disappeared.
No.
Yeah, it did. One of the other ones fell off. Sorry.
I'll find it.
I'll look for it.
No,
yeah.
I will find it.
Okay. Well, why don't you start with this right here?
No, I'm going to go back.
Okay.
Way back, like we're in the diorama tunnels.
Do you see how he makes it more complicated? I give the kid direction, he just doesn't listen. Okay.
So 7 Toon Man, thank you for the $10. Are you going to the park tomorrow or Friday? If so, can we come by and say hi somewhere in the park?
Always say hi.
Always say hi. I don't know that we're not there tomorrow. That I can tell you. Friday, I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're there Friday.
Oh, we're there Friday. So if you see us, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You got Sean Quinn?
No.
Oh, Sean Quinn, thank you for the 5. Sean asks, is the kennel at Disneyland right next to the wheelchairs open? Do you know where the kennel is?
I did. I I can't give you a definitive answer. I
Maybe
would call.
Tim, are you still here? Do you know where the kennel is?
Yeah, either that or I would call. Or maybe somebody in our chat knows, too.
Tatum Trumpeteer sends $5 and says, great news.
Hi, Tatum.
We were able to snag the Halloween tickets for our honeymoon. Will you two be there for Oogie Boogie? I'd love to give you the Ilani pin in person.
We will definitely be there.
Yes, opening night, we will be there. So I'm assuming that's the night you got, Tatum.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. And thank you for the donation.
Desperately trying to find this
Desperately
picture.
seeking Susan right now.
Oh, I posted it on my Instagram. What am I thinking? I realized I could have just looked at my Instagram.
Kenzie sends $5. Says, good news is I rescheduled for hopefully Friday, Saturday instead of tomorrow, so maybe we'll see you.
Yay!
That would be awesome.
Great. Yeah,
Perfect.
we're gonna be. See, it's all
It's
meant
all working
to be.
out. It's all working out.
meant to be.
Missing you guys by a day, Annette. You're going on the weekend. Well, you'll have fun.
I'm trying to find.
Steal
Here it is. I found the photo.
Steal the Whiskey says, did y'all see the new strollers yet? I like the old color better, but the out of sight blue, but now the Mickey red and yellow. Yeah, we did see them the other day. I like them.
If you watch our most recent vlog, I think we showed them.
Tommy Cook sends $5. Hi, Katie and Spencer. Hello, Tommy Cook.
Hello. Okay, here's the
Tommy.
photo.
I don't know if it's Tommy. I'm sorry if I messed that up.
There it is.
Look at the difference.
Here's medium shirt.
Look at all the wrinkles in hers because it's oversized, and mine is like barely covering my belt line.
That's so good.
Oh, man.
One of the best memories ever. It's on my Instagram if you scroll through.
Oh, Tatum is going Halloween night, October 31st.
Oh, we didn't get that night.
We will not be there, Tatum.
We couldn't afford, I'm going to be honest with you, like we could not afford to buy more tickets, plus buying just Disneyland tickets in general, and then buying like just tickets for Walt Disney World. It's like the ticket. We could not. We're like, nope, too much.
Marcella says, if we ever see you guys in the park, can we just reenact the bridesmaid scene? Absolutely. Any scene from Bridesmaids, we would be happy to reenact, or Step Brothers as well.
Step Brothers too.
We've got a few.
I'm excited about the Magic Keys. I have something in my throat.
Main Street Matt says the kennels are still closed.
So speaking of opening day of Oogie Boogie, did you guys hear about that dessert package? I guess it's called the Oogie Boogie dessert package. Well, we actually scored a reservation.
I need to get my glasses. That's why I'm struggling right now. Let me get my glasses.
Gosh.
Sorry.
Oh,
excuse me for a second.
Oh, Spencer.
Oh, we were in a rush to get
We were in a rush. Have you been to the Redwood National... Have I? No, I don't think so. No, Redwood National Forest or Park or something? I think. Is that what you said?
We went to Sequoia last year, but
Why is Walt Disney World Boo Bash on now? Because they are a tourist destination. One of, I would venture to say, probably the #1 tourist destination in America.
They start earlier than us.
So because they have the higher tourism, they have to wait. Sorry, Spencer's basically going to be half ahead tonight so that he can read comments.
I'm going to try. It's just we didn't get set up properly. Like normally I put the computer a little closer.
Well, then you can do it now, right? No? When are you coming to visit Arizona? We don't have any like set plans to go there, but it would be awesome.
Yeah, we'd
Are you
love
going to try to get Goofy's Kitchen without characters? So I booked it. I'm still sitting here thinking about if we do.
Oh, Mark Bricky, Adventures in Design sends $5. Thanks for the 5. Who sang it better, Frozen Katie or Bricky?
I think we know who did. And
wow.
I think it wasn't me.
I don't know.
I'm the first to admit that...
Let's talk about showmanship. Stage presence goes to Bricky.
It does. I think Bricky, I'm going to be honest, I think I need to admit defeat that Bricky...
What day was that? What was that video?
That was the anniversary.
Okay, so that was Disneyland's anniversary video. I think it was. The Frozen float went by. We were in front of the
stole the show,
teacups.
Man.
I'm telling you, showmanship is sometimes everything, Katie.
I mean, even the voice was... It was a little better than mine. I gotta admit.
He let it go. He absolutely let it go, Bricky.
He did let it go.
Oh, man.
It was pretty dark. He left it all out there. He did. He let it go for sure. It was really good. Let me see here. Ashley sends $5 and says, staying at the Grand California Hotel soon. Any tips or amenities you can share? And will you be at the park August 21st through the 22nd? Would love to meet you both. Love from Arizona. Any tips or amenities? I would say like towards the end of the night when it's late and it's kind of cooled down, sitting by that fire is
I was just going to say
amazing.
that. Sitting in a rocking chair by that fire even if it's hot outside, it's usually nice and cool in there. It's weird. We've been in there on 100-degree days sitting by the fire because the temperature inside there is so nice.
Bricky wants a rematch, by the way.
He deserves it.
Your second question was, are we going... sometimes I want to forgive... oh, good! Jason's here, one of our moderators. Yay, Jason! Walt Disney World.
That's right.
All right, he's our Walt Disney World side, and then we have our Disneyland side.
He's also relaunching his channel, by the way.
Yeah, he is. He is.
You're going to want to pay attention to that.
You're going to want to... okay, sorry.
Sorry.
Bricky wants a rematch, and then the other question was the dates that we're going. So sometimes you guys ask if we're going to be there, like...
Certain days.
That
and I want... not specifically, like, Disneyland birthday or Oogie Boogie opening night or things
holidays.
Like that.
So I want to do, like, a blanket apology that I don't know off of the top of my head, and sometimes if I do know, it can change. So I don't have, like, a set thing. So I do want to apologize about that if I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to sound like a butthead when I'm like, I don't know. I don't mean it like that. It's just that I don't 100% know. But in this case, I can definitely say we're not going to be there after my birthday. I can definitely say that. So I hope that answers your question. Debbie sends $15 and says, so looking forward to the 25th. Can't get here soon enough. P.S. Love your videos. Oh, we feel the same. Thank you. I have literally watched every one of them. Got me through the year we don't speak of. Hey, we talked about that tonight.
Yeah, we often refer to it as that as well. And thank you for being so dedicated and watching all our videos.
Yes. Khalees sends $5 and says, hey, do you think you'll buy the Magic Key the day it's available or wait a bit? Oh, yeah, we're buying it. We're going to get the Dream Key, the highest one. I'm nervous reservations will fill up.
Dream Key.
Speaking of Bricky, since he's in here, I think...
no elbows. I'm singing.
No, I'm not elbowing you.
You were like trying to get me to stop
singing.
singing.
I was leaning on you.
If I did that to you, if I leaned on you, watch this.
Oh, no, don't you dare. Don't you dare lean on me.
It's like...
No.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? Am I right?
What does that even mean?
It means what's good for you is good for me. She doesn't like that saying. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Are you calling me a goose?
You could be whichever one you want.
No,
but I'm just
what's
saying,
a gander?
It's a saying. It's an old saying.
What's a goose and a gander got to do with it? No, really. What does it mean?
It's an old saying meaning what's good for you is good for me. It's vice versa. Like,
but why are you saying goose and gander?
Because that's the saying. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
When did they say that? 1957?
Probably.
So weird.
You guys have heard of that, right? Tell me you've heard of that saying
I'm sure
before.
people have, because I'm the only weirdo here, apparently.
There you go.
Like, why would you say that? Like, all I was trying, like, when I... It makes no sense to me. Goose and gander?
I didn't make up the saying. It's just, it's in the lexicon of America.
A lexicon?
Oh, here we go.
What does that even mean?
Somebody get a dictionary, please. And, like, explain this stuff to
you're
Katie.
so weird.
Oh, my gosh.
You're a weirdo. Okay. I don't remember what we were talking about. Oh, your question about the, what is it called again? The Magic Key? I'm sorry. By the way, I've had something, like, stuck in my throat, and it's, like, it irritated my throat.
That's what happens when the goose eats too fast.
Shut up!
Better off being a gander.
What even is a gander?
I'm the gander.
I need a cough drop.
Oh,
my throat is so irritated. It was when we were I was literally inhaling Tortilla Joe's chips. And because of that, I irritated my throat. And now it is consistently, I'm going to pop a little cough drop. Not a cough drop, but you know. Okay, sorry.
She was asking which key we're going to get and if we're going to get it on the day.
Oh, you were worried about the reservations filling up. So, because Bricky's in here, his channel is Adventures in Design. We brag about him a lot because I really, really enjoy his content.
We do.
He does videos that really breaks this down, and like when I
break it down.
I have messaged him and I'm like,
see?
Bricky, I'm so nervous about these, like, you know, reservations filling up. Like, what are we going to do? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, dude, he breaks it down and explains things in a wonderful way. There's no speculation, no, like, thoughts of, like, conspiracies of what it is. Like, he makes it make sense.
He also has really fun names for the Disney executives.
Well, that too. But what we're talking about, the goose is talking about the fact that you need to go to his channel. He will literally explain it all, and you'll be like, oh my gosh.
Do we have to listen to you talk now with a candy in your mouth?
Yeah, I'm trying to
Raul
Okay.
DR sends $5, says, which Disney key are you guys getting? I'm still debating if I will get one because I've never been an AP. We are getting the Dream Key, I think it's called.
Yeah, because we go 2 to 3 times a week, so it makes sense.
So we're going to get the top tier. I wanted something called the Master Key, which doesn't exist yet, but I'm kind of pushing it and putting it into the universe.
You were willing to spend the money on it.
I'm willing to spend the money on a Master Key, which would cost exponentially much more than the top tier that's available now.
Wait, this was funny though. Somebody did say to Spencer, legit. Someone was like, "You are so privileged," and Spencer was like, "Wait, so I work and I want to spend my hard-earned money
the way I
on
want to spend
this."
it.
Because
So I'm
there's
privileged.
no reason that you're not allowed to spend.
Yeah.
How is that privilege? Privilege isn't that like
Privilege is
defined
like-
as like getting something without having to try or
To me, privilege
it's
is
just given?
like silver spoon, like you grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth, meaning like you were given everything.
I think a lot of us in America in general, we're privileged to live in a free country and
Well,
like.
privileged, but being like
Then again,
privileged
this is
as
the girl
far
who
as
doesn't know
like
that.
like oh, people were like, oh, must be nice, oh, like I'm some sort of big shot. It's like, hey, if I choose
If
to
that's how
spend
you
my
want,
money
if you
that
want
way,
to spend all your money on Pokemon cards, is
Right.
that privileged?
am I going to come after you and say like, like, oh, wow, you spend a lot of money on Pokemon cards?
You're
Anyways,
so privileged.
yeah.
Michael, thank you for the $2 to buy a churro in the parks. Love your guys' videos. Thank you. Let me see here. And now I'm going to have to use... Danny sends $10 and says, here's for some Starbucks in the parks. Love watching you guys while I slowly recover from a spinal abscess.
Oh.
Ooh, I'm glad you're feeling better. And slowly relearn how to walk, but I can't wait to get back into Disneyland. Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Danny, feel better. Power to you, my friend.
That is tough. My grandma actually had a cancerous tumor removed from her spine. Ricky said it must be nice to have a couch to live stream on.
Perfect. Thank you, Bricky. You made it. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
This is a good question. Again, I think if Bricky's in the chat, he could explain to you. He
could-
talked
Bricky,
about
Bricky,
this.
break it down.
The paid fast pass thing. He made the best point about it. So again, I'm sounding like a broken record, but really check out his channel because you will see.
Refer to Mark Bricky for all questions
Honestly,
and comments relating
I'm
to
gonna be honest
and
with
or about.
yeah. I'm telling you the truth though, like he actually knows like what he's talking about. Like I've listened to a lot and I'm
He reads the fine print and he
knows how to
kind of
analyze
deconstructs it in a way to make like to say like, okay, what does this actually mean?
It's digestible.
What could it mean? And then he's
Ricky's probably like, would you shut up about
well, no, he's savvy
Sorry.
about the history of what has gone down and you know what I mean? Like,
True.
Anyways,
Honestly, just do yourself a favor.
do yourself a favor.
Steven sends $5 and says, are you going to spend $4,000 for the 2-day Star Cruiser experience? Also, no plan addresses more than one child. Your thoughts? About the Star
interesting.
Cruiser. If we have enough money at the time
Which,
and we have some people to do it with us, yeah, we would do it in a heartbeat.
we would.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess there's only a package that
It
involves
depends,
one
and
child.
then I don't know about that. That's something you'd have to like. I don't want to.
Well, the
I don't
other
ever
thing-
want to be that channel to tell you information and then not be right because we're not officially Disney.
But here's
so
the other
unless I
thing
know
regarding that, they've only released the price for
certain things,
certain things. They haven't released the price of like the more accommodating packages, like the bigger. There's suites. There's bigger. Opportunities there.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't released the prices of that stuff yet, which I'm sure is going to be very expensive. If the low end thing is like $4,000, you can only
Mm-hmm.
imagine what the suite is going to be like. Do you know what I mean?
But like, say that we have enough people, like friends that would pay into it.
Yeah.
We would totally do it. Like if we can find out a way to make it work financially, yeah, because we have set up our lives
Yeah.
financially the way we want to live them, and like I don't know how to explain it like that. We don't have children. We've made that decision not to have children.
We are the children.
We are children. I am children.
Yeah, I am children. We have not grown up, so
We also
I took the Peter Pan oath a long time ago. Just so you guys know.
We also make sure with our finances that we save for certain things, and like I always tell people if somebody told me this advice, I forgot who it was, but anyway, I always tell people like talk to a financial planner or something like that, and you can have them like set up a way to help you save for things and whatnot, or like change your lifestyle.
It's like
right
Oscar
there.
did for Michael Scott in The Office. He did
the graph.
He did a graph showing what he spends
Yeah.
on, life stuff, incidentals, and things that, nobody spends money
Right.
on. I mean,
And
it's tough.
yeah.
It's tough to,
It's hard.
even just in regular life, like what we're doing, managing your money and budgeting and, money that you have left over, or disposable income as it's called. That's not easy for anybody. So we're not immune to that, or we're not excluded from that notion of having to figure out how to spend your money and manage your life. That's just,
Yeah.
I think everybody goes through that. So
And we will.
we're no different.
Yeah, and we,
Especially when you have a business that involves all the stuff we do, then it becomes even more crucial to be able to balance all that stuff. It's
Freddie, not officially Disney. Woman, that's all you two do. I don't think we do. Are you new to our channel here? For crying out loud, look at your husband. We're not married.
We're not married. So where's the husband?
Not yet. Dude has a Mickey Mouse everything.
Yeah,
And
that's true. Yeah.
Do you like it?
But do you have a Mickey Mouse everything?
Yeah. Do you ever think about leaving the 12% state tax rate and move to Florida? Yes.
Sure.
All the time. Tisha and Megan send $5 and says, just checking if Spencer got his trolley shirt. Got merch for you? Yes, we did. Yes.
Oh,
thank
yeah.
You.
I love that shirt.
Thank you so much. I have everything set down and aside, and yeah, we do. We did get it, and we want to say thank you.
I wore that the other day.
You did. Christopher sends $5 and says, how much chaos would there be in the park if Rise went standby, and what would it do for the rest of the park? It would actually not be chaotic. I think it would be...
Interesting, yeah.
I actually think it'd be amazing. I think fast passes have
How far do you think the line would go?
It would depend on the day. Lately, it's been pretty dead.
Excuse me.
And I think
It might go to Hungry Bear.
But I mean, I would much rather do that than have to stress about a boarding pass.
But let's be fair, the boarding groups have been available for much longer than usual lately.
Well,
we've heard.
one day there was. Last Sunday they were available, but that doesn't mean it's always like that. I think it's kind of crappy for people that don't have a smartphone. Like
Right.
my mom would never, like she has a smartphone, she'd never be able to figure that out.
Well,
so
and unless you do a lot of research, there's people that come to Disneyland who aren't even aware that
that's even possible.
That's how you have to get on the attraction. They get there and they're like, wait, what do I have to do?
I think it's just not fair for everybody that doesn't have a smartphone and they don't have those fast pass kiosks, and even then
Right.
you don't know. I personally would much rather never have fast pass and just only have standby.
But what's happening is, real quick, much like Radiator Springs Racers, for the first year or two, it was like you couldn't get on that thing, and it slowly became more available once it got everybody got through it and everybody's been on it. The mystery was gone, and it was like, yeah, okay, it's just another attraction. So I think you're starting to see that happen with Rise a little bit. That's just my take on it.
Sometimes it's different though.
Depends
I
on
don't
the
know.
day, but
Steve Hall sends $5 and says, so am I privileged for wanting Disney to sell a Captain Carter shield so I can spend my money on it? No, you are living your best life, that is all, and I love that for you.
that is all.
Brandon sends $2 and says, a gander is a male goose. Oh!
See, I'm the gander. I told you that.
Cassia says, so I booked Goofy's Kitchen for my daughter's birthday on August 19th. Hey! Birthday twins!
Nice.
But after I booked it, it said it's a non-character dining experience. So it's basically you're paying for a buffet.
Yeah.
At the Disneyland Hotel.
Yeah. That's kind of a bummer.
Steven sends $5 and says, Gander is a city in Newfoundland, Canada.
Newfoundland,
I hope I am caught up. I think I am. I think I am. Sugar baby then? Cuckoo. No, I don't think I'm a sugar baby because we both earn we both earn money together.
Yeah. We work.
I would say.
This is a team effort, and this business is a team effort.
I feel like this is going to be the new Yessie, this guy. I feel it.
Maybe it is Yessie. I don't know.
Bring it on. Is it Freddie, was it? Bring it on. Sorry, gander is a male goose. Google, y'all.
Yeah.
Not just a buffet with terrible food. I don't know. I booked it, but I don't know. Are you doing anything special for your birthday? I'm going to be at Disneyland. I do know that.
Isn't that special?
It is special. I mean, it'll be better than last year. Last year, it was the saddest birthday ever. I I've said it a million times, but it was very sad.
Said it before and I'll say it again.
Peter sends $10. Thank you, Peter. Is it called Oogie Boogie Bash in Walt Disney World? Will you be going? No, it is called the Boo Bash.
Boo Bash.
And they, no, we're not going to be able to
We will not be attending.
We won't make it in time.
Yeah.
I think. Plus
Boo-hoo.
that, again, we can't spend that much money on tickets. Like, I have to kind of, like, cut where I can, and I'm just thankful we're even doing what we are.
Also, that you guys should know is that anytime you see a special event like that that's, you know, in excess of $100, double that because there's two of us. So it becomes very very costly, a lot of these things when they cost that much. So we have to be very careful, and kind of going back to what people were saying about, you know, budgeting your life and how do you do all this stuff. That's how you have to say no to some of these things. That's exactly how we budget ourselves, because we can't do it all.
We can't say yes to everything.
I would love to be able to do every single thing that Disney offers and the special packages and the after hours things. It's just not a reality, and we don't make that kind of money. So it's just.
Someone said, "Why are people so concerned with your finances?" I think that people are I think people are concerned because they kind of see us for a living on. They see what they see on social media.
They see the product and they think that.
Well, they see it, but that you have to remember, when we film a video, that doesn't mean that's our entire day. Like, you don't see, you know, other than our live stream and whatever, you don't see our day. So I think if you look at perception is reality for people.
Yeah.
So
there's a fascination with that too.
Yeah, they're fascinated with it.
There's a guy on it's either Instagram or TikTok or something like that, but he if he sees a guy in a fancy car, he'll run up and go, "Hey, I love your car. What do you do for a living?"
Right.
And I feel like I've watched it a little bit, and I feel like why does it matter? But
there's
a fascination with that, because like, well, how do I get that, or why do you have that and why don't I? What do you do that I'm not doing?
I think also it's just they're curious in general, so I think it's just, you know, it's natural for humans, and not everybody's maybe you're not fascinated with that, but are you fascinated with airplanes like I am? No. So it's like we're all not fascinated by the same thing.
I get it. I just feel like sometimes it comes from a place of like.
I mean, that's easy to assume that, but that doesn't mean that that's the case. Like, that's going on the pessimistic side when you can choose to go, well, maybe they're just fascinated with, I don't know, bugs too. Like, I don't know. Christopher sends $5 and says, "P.S. Happy early birthday." Oh, thank you. Can I use that for Starbucks?
It could be my early birthday, too.
Danny sends $5 and says, "Fellow WWE fan here. Woo! I'm heading to Vegas for SummerSlam next week. Oh, I'm jealous. Your videos have helped me so much. Thank you for all you do." Well, thank you. Did Adam get his hat back after the bet? No, he didn't. Your August birthday is on the 28th. Hey, happy early birthday. I know, I can't believe how many days until my birthday? Like 7, 8? What day is it today? I don't even know. It's on the 19th, so however many days it is. I'm just excited because it'll be a better birthday. People are judgmental to make themselves feel better. It's sad. Yeah, I mean, it just comes with the territory. Like, I have this troll that has been after, like, I have a few. I think I have like a good 20 of them that are like hardcore. They will follow me to any channel. If I'm on Adam's channel, they'll find me.
At least you're entertaining them.
That's what I say. But anyway, I think one of the things, I think what bothers them is that they don't bother me. Like, it irritates them. And, you know. So I think it's just don't let people bother you.
Debbie Weinstein sends $20. Thank you, Debbie. Celebrating my birthday at Disneyland on the 20th. Buy yourself a treat from a fellow
thank
Leo.
you. I hope your birthday is amazing.
That's awesome. You guys are very close.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Adam and I, we have very close birthdays. We found that out a couple years ago. But that's why I know we get along, because we're Leos. And Spencer gets along with us because he's a fire sign. Spencer wants to be a Leo, though.
No, I don't.
He does want to be a Leo.
The reason she says that...
He wants to be a Leo.
No, I know.
Yes, you do.
No, the reason she says that is because my birthday is in December. And December is... To me, it's not a great birthday month because it's overshadowed by Christmas. They're the shortest days of the year. I'm a daylight person. The days are like, it gets dark at like 4:30 in December, and it's something that kind of I don't really like. And in years past, if somebody were to ask me like, "Oh, what are you doing for your birthday?" Like, well, what I'd like to do is maybe go surf all day, go snowboard all day, something of that nature. But everything's so crowded because it's holiday time, so I don't really get to experience my birthday in a way that is like,
Ricky said he doesn't like
you know,
his in December anyways.
yeah. So I would choose to celebrate my birthday, and I've said this, and I've never done it. I've said I want to celebrate my birthday in like a summer month. I still want to be a Sagittarius. I'm true to my being and my astrological being, but I would love to celebrate it in like July or something for December, and then in December it's like happy birthday, yeah, thanks, great, and that's it. I don't.
So you'd like to have the celebration?
Correct. I'd like to have the
August
pre-celebration.
So you want to be like kind of like a Leo.
But it has nothing to do with being a different astrological sign. It's just that
just
month.
admit you kind of like the lions a lot. We're pretty
I don't have
great.
a problem with the lions. I have a lot of friends who are lions.
The lions are the best.
But
let's be real.
I'm the
Just
half
say
horse,
the
half man with the bow. So I'm cool with that. It's pretty impressive.
But admit though.
You know, I can gallop around and I can
But what is the
shoot some
best
archery.
sign though? The best sign is the Leo. And you know it.
No.
Yes, he knows it. He's said it before in his sleep.
Never said it.
In his sleep.
No, I don't talk
One
in my
time
sleep.
he rolled over and he's like, I wish I was Leo the Lion.
Oh boy.
Leos are the best. Oh my gosh. But the thing is, at least we're both fire signs. Leos can get pushy. They are pushy.
Oh, you have no idea.
And we like to sleep a lot.
Yeah.
Love to sleep. Love to sleep.
Cynthia sends $20. Thank you, Cynthia. Happy birthday. We share the same birthday. I will toast to my fellow August birthday friends.
Oh, to you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ding, since we don't have the power of editing in a live stream.
That was the ding. Ding.
Did you guys see Rocky? Ding, ding.
Ding, ding.
When he fights Apollo at
So
the very
my
end.
brother's birthday is in December too, and it does kind of get overshadowed by
Thank
the
you, Melanie.
holidays,
Sagittarius.
so-
Boom. That's right.
I do love a Sagittarius. I
Half
have
horse,
not.
half man with a bow, dude.
No, it's true. I cannot date any other signs but a fire sign, specifically Sagittarius. Like
I can't handle you.
I can do Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, but mostly Sagittarius. Cheryl sends $5 and says, I'll be at the park on my birthday on the 26th. You crack me up. Katie, I sent you a present. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I like the breaking Disneyland, having tech issues with fireworks tonight. Oh.
It happens. It
Probably, there's probably a lot of people that are there trying to film it or live stream it that are probably pretty pissed.
Yep.
I feel with this magic key, it will make it harder for those of us who only get to visit the park once a year, more difficult to get a reservation. Again, like I said, refer to Bricky's video about that because he really explained that in a way that made sense to me.
Steve Hall. You know who else is a Sagittarius?
Who?
Steve Hall.
Oh, Steve Hall.
It's a small world after all. Steve Hall.
No wonder we
It's a
get
small
along
world
so well.
after
Steve
all.
Hall.
Steve Hall.
No wonder we get along so well.
Yeah, Steve's
That
my
makes
man.
sense. Any
right.
Blue Bayou reservation tips? To be honest, I just got so lucky. I wish
It's
I
a tough
could.
one. It's
yeah.
a toughie.
The reservation thing is really the worst. Like, it's so
Oh, Mia,
awful.
9/28 is my favorite time. My birthday is September 28th.
That's nice.
That's my mom's birthday, September 28th.
That's nice.
Yeah,
That's
Libra.
very nice.
You're a Libra.
I do not have a lot of Libra friends.
What is the Libra? You know how like you're a lion. I'm a horse with a half man with a thing and a. What's a Libra?
Are they the scales?
I don't know. What is
I
it,
think
Mia?
they're the scales. Like the maybe?
I don't know.
I really think they're the scales. Yeah, they are the scales. Yeah, they're just
Oh,
like
the scale. Okay. Okay.
the
So
scale.
keeping the balance.
I am off and on with that.
Get the balance right. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Spending my birthday September 23rd at Walt Disney World. What is this?
Oh, Disneyland just canceled the fireworks.
Oh, that happens.
It happens.
Holly sends $5 and says, "Hey guys, watching with a sleeping 2-month-old in my arms. How precious. Thank you for helping me survive this situation with all of your amazing content and positivity."
Thank
we
you,
say
Holly.
this when we meet a lot of people, and
Yeah.
we love it, but we say this to all of you. I can't tell you how many times people have come up to us and thanked us for Home is Where the Vlog Is and continuing to vlog throughout the pandemic to
Yeah.
help them. But I think, you all don't understand how much we need to continually thank you all, because you got us through. As much as you say the same, you helped us, because knowing you were there, it made us able to get up in the morning.
You gave us purpose, and you gave us
willpower
and a camaraderie and a comfort in being there. Even though it was virtual, we knew you were there, and we were all in it together, because it was, for a lot of people, because everybody was locked down, it was a very lonely, stressful time. So to know that we had our people and we were all in this together was very important to us.
Yeah.
And so we thank you for that.
So a lot of you that tell us thank you, just know that we really felt it on the other side too.
Symbiotic, as it were, where it benefits both of us, and we both,
Yeah.
Excuse me.
It really meant a lot. So always know that your thank you, it's like, what's that sign? I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever you say bounces off me and sticks to you. I actually mean it for that. I know that used to be like a comeback, but I mean it for a thanks back.
Steal the Whiskey makes a good point. 700 plus watching, only 60 likes. Fire up those likes.
Well,
thank you, Steal the Whiskey.
There's 194.
Okay, well.
But I think you just didn't refresh, my friend. And first of all, thank you for paying attention to something like that.
I love that name, Steal the Whiskey. I'm going to steal the
tequila?
Tequila and LaCroix. It's mainly LaCroix, but with a little splash of the old agave tequila.
Oh my gosh, Pixar Charlie's here. There's a snake in my parking lot. I heard that in the Woody voice.
Okay, so...
Charlie's a snake charmer now.
I think that was on your story today, right, Charlie?
No, it was on... He posted it.
Oh, you posted it. Okay. I saw it. Anyways, it was a giant rattlesnake 10 feet from Charlie's car when he was on his way to lunch. And consequently, he ordered his lunch in. He didn't because he couldn't get to his car.
That was a fat snake too.
Yeah, it looked like he had just eaten like 5 gophers.
Yeah, that was seriously.
That was a serious rattlesnake. Like
that was no
bigger,
joke.
Charlie. That was bigger than the snake that we saw at the San Diego Zoo. I would venture to say.
I would say so too.
Right? I mean,
yeah. Christopher sends $5 and says they canceled the fireworks today because they ran out of flares. The good old days, watching them run around with the flares. I don't remember that. It had 8 rattles. Wow. Well, thank you, Christopher, for the information.
And it ate like 8 gophers.
Oh, that makes me feel bad for the gophers.
It's the circle of life, Katie. The circle of life.
I'm kind of liking that you're singing. Do it again.
No.
Can you sing to me for my birthday? I mean, technically it's already my birthday because it's the month of my birthday.
Oh, Genevieve, guess who's walking without a cane? Me. Tumor is shrinking.
Shut up.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes, I knew it. Dude, I knew it. So we met Genevieve a little while back.
I think it was 4th of July.
And we chatted about what she was going through, and she was going in for more treatments, and she was very positive about it, that's what you have to be positive in those situations. Mind over matter. It really helps. It really matters. And look what's happening.
Aww.
So send all your good thoughts and positive energy to Genevieve. We're so happy.
That gave me chills.
We're so happy that is the case, and we can't wait to see you again.
Oh, that's so amazing.
I love it.
Congratulations. That's so amazing. I love that. Does anybody else have a feel-good thing to share like that? Share your good news. Does anybody
says, yep,
else have
keep him a leg, y'all. That's right.
Aw, I'm so happy. Does anybody else have any more like this? This is so good.
Yeah, that's like the best thing I've heard all day. I know, it's like we're both
trying not to cry here.
It's so amazing. Look at how everybody's excited, too.
Aw. Vu... I hope I said your name right. Sends $5 and says, just moved to LA this week. What places should I check out? What should be my first Disneyland ride as a California resident? Love you guys.
Oh.
LA, I can't recommend a lot there because
She's not from there.
I'm not from there. Second of all, everything's very different there. It's not the same as Orange County right now with the rules. So I would definitely double check before you go do something. Like say you go to the Griffith Observatory, which I think is cool, but
yeah,
I don't know if they're open.
What else is cool in LA?
And your first ride should be the train.
Oh, that's right. That's a good point. The first ride should be the train, and then Haunted Mansion, then Pirates.
Gordon sends some good news and says, just got stitches out of my foot after surgery to remove a toe. Healing well. Congratulations.
Oh,
Good.
wow.
Good. Keep working on it.
Nice, Gordon.
Jason said, I saved $38 by switching to Geico. Okay, but Geico's commercials, can we all agree? Spencer and I have this weird thing. We love car insurance commercials. Like, we're very weird.
Whoever the advertiser is, the agency who does their commercials.
So we love Liberty Mutual.
Oh, Limu the Emu.
Limu the
We're
Emu.
big fans of Limu the Emu.
And then we like the progressive guy.
Oh.
Who's like, you won't become your parents. We watch those commercials. We actually look them up on YouTube and watch them.
It's like the commercial is like a seminar for people who are trying not to become their parents.
Right.
And they're doing things like, okay, we know.
You woke up at 6 a.m.
No
Nobody
one cares. And, things that older people do. Like, I tend to do a lot of these things. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm a victim of that. But
Kenzie says, I got a little good news. Astro started eating a little bit. That's great.
Thank goodness.
Kyle says, I got a lot of merit badges for Boy Scouts. Ooh, that's awesome. Tim says, after 5 years on dialysis, I finally got a new kidney 5 months ago.
Oh, nice.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Tested negative twice in a positive COVID household. Well, it sounds like the best news among that is that it seems like it's a mild illness, and that's great.
Oh, hold on, really quick. Kidult TV is in the house. What's up, you guys? Hey, says I love the commercial, the Geico commercials with the pig that screams wee 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 all the way home. Maxwell, that's a good one.
Yeah. My Dodger's dog's cancer was removed and she's in recovery. That's amazing. I love that. I love all the good news. Keep it coming. Presley sends $5 and says, can't wait to get the dream key and hopefully we'll be able to run into you guys. Thank you for always putting a smile on my face. Well, the good part about that, first of all, thank you. But the good part about that is that we are able to be there 2 to 3 times a week like we're normally. So the chances of us running into anybody and meeting you guys is like intensely higher, and we love that. Yvette says, our elder pups we inherited from my grandparents have been in classes and they just learned to sit on command. And
wow.
We teared of joy, definitely helping with the grieving process. Oh, I love that. That is so great. Let me see. Disneyland fireworks were now at 9 daily. Yeah, they changed it to 9 p.m. It used to be at 9:30.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
It's better for their out time because right now the out time is 10 o'clock. It's when does it switch?
Friday. That's why we're going.
Friday it switches to 11. So
yeah.
And we'll be there. So yeah.
Oh, we'll be there.
Which means you don't have to walk out till 12 on Main Street because you can shop till midnight.
Ooh, this is a good comment. So, what is your next adventure? I think you're talking about trips. We're actually going to announce it not tomorrow, but the next day, and share like details of where we're going. You're going to get that
it's locked in, and we're going.
Yeah, you're going to get a weekly blab.
Yeah.
Bye, Charlie. Good night.
Night, Charlie.
Watch for snakes.
See ya.
He's like Indiana Jones. Snakes.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Mr. Robin. Mr. Robin Nass sends $10 and says, hey, Spencer, as of today, I'm part of the 50-year-old club. Woo!
Oh, wow.
Not sure how I feel about that, but at least I'm in awesome company. I'm going to try and find you guys September 21st at DCA before 5. Love it!
Right on, Robin. Happy birthday. Welcome to the club.
Yeah, you're amongst amazing folks. I personally like older guys. I think they're better in every way.
We are like a fine wine.
Exactly.
We age to perfection.
Because they're smart.
We've been through it.
They've been through stuff.
We're not
good guidance.
We're not trying to compete anymore.
Spencer's more fun than me, I think.
We're not trying to get all the attention. We're just cool with
giving me attention.
Sometimes.
Give me a high five for that one. Come on.
Oh boy.
You know it.
Oh boy.
You love it. You love it. What did
Epic Journey says your dinner with Magic Journeys was cool. Let me tell you.
Magic Journeys are. Can we just take a minute to talk about them?
That is a class act. They are some of the nicest people that you'll ever meet. They're really fun to hang out with.
Beyond.
Oh my gosh. And we had such a good time in Vegas. There was some stuff that you did see in the vlogs, the dinner at Din Tai Fung, which was phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
But there were some other times that we didn't vlog, that we just hung out as friends, and we had such a good time. And Yeah.
I think we're just lucky that like our resident foodies for Disneyland is basically a channel like that is honest and true and entertaining, and they are who they are. You know, if not better.
Yeah. They're better, I think.
Better than even like, because I think on camera, you do see who people are, but like, I just wish that you guys could have the camera on when they don't even know it, and you could just see how even more incredible they are.
Fun, funny, nice, sweet, wonderful people. So
yeah, if you like Disneyland food or just theme park food in general, and
they will break it down for you.
Yeah, like they do so much research. They know what they're talking about. They're they're passionate about it.
They are. They genuinely love what they do, and I think that's what makes the difference. You know, why they're so good at their YouTube channel. But on top of that, aside from all that, they're just amazing folks. So
yeah, so definitely check out if you haven't yet, which I assumed just about all of you guys know about Magic Journeys.
I'm sure you do.
Because they've been around for so long, and I mean, come on. But yeah, so just, oh my gosh, cannot just.
And can we talk about their thumbnails real quick?
I know!
We have always said the best thumbnails.
Dude,
in the
they
business.
took one of our thumbnails. Our Din Tai Fung thumbnail
was Magic Journeys.
They helped us pose, and we were like,
yeah.
We got a Magic Journey. I mean, obviously it won't look like that because we're not going to design the thumbnail the same, but like, but it's our Magic Journeys thumbnail.
It really is. And when you see it, you're like, oh, dude.
You know.
You see the difference between the ones that we do and then it's like.
Yeah. Ours will never top that. I'm sorry. If their thumbnails are so good, it's ridiculous.
I said the other day, I'm going to start calling it a nail thumb. I don't know why. I just wanted to change it up. But
Marcella sends $10 and says, I got a job offer with great pay after being unemployed for 2 months. Congratulations! Still haven't received a penny from unemployment, and I was told I wouldn't till October because they're so behind. I'm very relieved. Okay, well, I'm sorry that happened to you, but also very happy that you're getting on, you know? Like, you're moving past that, and screw them anyway.
Here's a good question. Holly Acosta says, have you ever walked off on a down ride? If not, which one would you want to walk off on?
Oh, I've walked off a few.
The only one we got walked off of Haunted Mansion from the attic.
Dude, that was crazy.
So if you know that ride, the attic is the second to last scene before you get into the graveyard, and then it's over. So we got to walk from the attic all the way back through the entire attraction to the front.
And through that, like, crypt.
Because had we been in the graveyard, they would have walked us right through the exit. Mm-hmm. So we got to walk through the entire attraction.
Yeah.
I even grazed my hand on the wall where the doors are when
we couldn't help it.
You know the wall that breathes?
Yeah.
And it was like rubber. It was like made of like tire rubber or whatever. I've never been walked off of Space Mountain, which I've had friends walked off there. I've always wanted to see the lights on in Space Mountain. Never have. But Haunted Mansion was a great one for me because I was really like taking it all in. We didn't film it because you don't do that. But I just took it all in and locked it in my brain, and it was pretty amazing. Yeah.
I was walked off Splash Mountain. That was pretty crazy.
Where were you at?
I was towards the end. It was right after the drop, and
it
was cool because we got to like walk through and we saw the Haunted Mansion holiday storage stuff. Oh. Yeah, I saw that, and then we actually saw the underbelly of the drop. That was pretty cool, or one of the drops. I don't know if it was the drop. I never heard this story.
That's really cool.
And then I've been walked off of Thunder Mountain, I think it was. And then I've been walked off of... Oh, man, what was it? It was a dark ride. It was so long ago. Been walked off of Space Mountain a long time ago. Man, I've been walked off a lot of rides. I've been going to the park for a long time. But these are like a long time ago. So maybe it was Mr. Toad's. It was a dark ride and it was way younger. Have you seen all of the Behind the Attractions episodes?
I don't think we've seen all of them yet.
We're trying to get through them.
We're trying to get through them. Here's what I'll say about those. They're fun to watch, and I love the information and the focus on the rides specifically. But the manner in which they are presented, the way.
Oh, Roger Rabbit! I've been walked off that too.
the way that they're written and the way that it's presented is a very
And executed.
It's a very how do I put it?
The narration is not.
It's very frenetic and all over the place, and it's very. Here's why I say this: if you saw the Imagineering specials that they did 6 episodes of that were done by Leslie Iwerks, flawless, respectful, emotional, incredibly done. Like the care that was taken in those makes you cry. I watch those, I cry just about every time.
I know, we've watched it. We've watched the Imagineering series like 4 times.
I don't want to harp too hard on Behind the Attractions and take too much away from them, because I'm comparing them to the Imagineering specials, and I think that's what we all expected when we heard that these were coming out. Was like, oh, cool, it's going to be like Imagineering, but like a deeper dive into the specific attractions. So I think that's why when we saw these, we were kind of taken back, like with the frenetic editing and the kind of lighthearted, like more comedic and like funny take on things. You know what I mean? In the edit style, and I'm being very critical,
but
just because it was so different. It's like all over the place, and I think it was trying to be, if I know the pitch, it was trying to be like, hey, let's make this really loose and fun, like a YouTube video or something, because you see people do YouTube videos like that where they cut to clips of things and back and fast cuts and ha 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 ha, and even the voiceover and the writing was very like. Which,
I'll be honest, I think that bringing up that YouTube thing, like you just said, we've seen YouTube channels do better at attraction focus things more than that.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, again, not saying
that's just
that
how we feel.
Again, that's just our opinion on it.
They set the bar really high with the Imagineering stuff, so that's the only reason I say that.
I guess we went into it expecting another Imagineering story. So
do I watch them and enjoy them? Yes, I do. Absolutely.
I can't say I fully enjoy it. I actually get irritated with the narration because it gets too goofy for me.
Yeah.
And I can't follow like that. I need it to be.
And to be fair too, we take this stuff very serious, and your
average person is probably like, hey, this is actually keeping me engaged.
And maybe
whereas
that's what
I'm the opposite.
I feel like maybe that's what they were trying to reach people that aren't as, psychotic about it like we are, where it's like, it's very sensitive to us, like how you speak about these things.
It's not Leslie Iwerks.
It's not Leslie Iwerks. And here's the other thing: when they did the Matterhorn thing, as well as the Haunted Mansion, they didn't even mention Bob Gurr. Not one mention of Bob Gurr.
Jason said I heard it was for non-fandom people.
There you go, Jason. That's exactly what I think.
Sense.
That's exactly what it is. And so I think we were expecting
Steve Hall said it's like they've been watching Justin Scarred and just couldn't do it as well. I mean,
not even close to Justin.
Yeah, they don't
Justin,
he's too good.
Justin's like the master because he's passionate. He's real about it. He loves this stuff. He always has.
And listen, even if you're like me, who's not into the quirky energy like that, I could actually pay more attention to Justin doing it because he's like a character, whereas that narration in Behind the Attraction is like, I don't know, the way it was delivered, like even he delivers it, and Justin delivers things.
Because Justin actually cares.
Yeah, there's like whereas she was just reading narration.
She was reading copy that was
whereas Justin literally lives it, breathes it, has a passion for it, does the research.
They also, when they would do the interviews with, like, say, an Imagineer or someone, right? The thing that bugged me the most about the Behind the Attraction, and I'll stop talking about it because I'm sure people are like, okay,
I know, they're probably like, shut up.
The thing that bugged me the most was, they do an interview with somebody, right? They got the camera locked off.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Okay? And they would ask them questions, and they would respond and all this stuff. And then they would say something like about the attraction, saying like, and then,
I know, it's like, how do you explain it?
Well, I'm trying to think of a scenario of like, okay, they talked about, maybe the rocket rods, and saying like, the rocket rods basically destroyed any future of the People Mover coming back, and they would cut to a shot of like an Imagineer, and you could tell that it was like they were trying to get like steal a reaction from something that wasn't a reaction. It wasn't like they brought that up and then filmed that person and was like, what do you think about the rocket rods affecting the fact that the People Mover will never come back? And then they're like, like this. When that was a stolen reaction in between takes of questions, that person wasn't even reacting to anything, but they stole the reaction like a bad reality show from the 90s and inserted a reaction from something else to tell a story about something that they weren't even reacting to. That stuff bugs me because that's like manipulative.
Reality TV
I'll
editing.
stop now, sorry.
No, a couple people had some comments as well. Khalees said it was interesting how they barely referred to Existencio or Extensio.
Right.
How I can never pronounce it either. On the Haunted Mansion.
Right.
Steve Hall sends $8 and says, it annoyed me to heck that when they mentioned the Doom Buggies, they didn't even mention Bob. I was like, what the heck?
That was it. That was it right there.
It's a big part. Oh, now, Casey said, wait, no, sorry. Oh, okay, sorry. Keep going.
Now, the Doom Buggies, Bob was part of the Doom Buggy thing, but Roger Brogy, I think, was the guy who built the Omni Mover, and then Bob Gurr came up with the name Omni Mover, I think. So it was kind of a collaboration.
Something like that.
But that bugged me too, Steve. It was not cool, and you know.
JoJo sends $2 and says Disney canceled fireworks tonight. Thank you for the $2. PSA guy sends $2 and says, Spence, how was Ellen with you and others on set?
She was great. Yeah, I worked with her for a long time on multiple projects as well as that.
The show is fine. It's just cookie cutter presentation of things. If you want the real nitty gritty, check out more fan content. Great thing to say. Or, I mean, and they have their Imagineering story, and prop culture was amazing.
Yeah.
Something else that they did too was really good that we liked. We loved the animal one for Animal Kingdom.
Oh, the Animal Kingdom show.
We've watched it so many times. Good. It's disgusting how many times we've watched it.
So good. And I think from what I heard, rumor was that they still had a lot of footage and a lot of stuff. Maybe they'll do some more episodes because I think they were still shooting when the world broke.
I don't know if they're going to.
But it'd be nice if they did more. I would watch that.
Oh, I would just binge.
Like, that's the reality show I like to watch. Like, I don't want to see humans in a reality show. I want to watch the animals.
Show us the animals.
Yeah, they're much more interesting to
the
observe.
Animal Kingdom animals are the best.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh, for anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about with Justin, we're talking about Justin Scarred. I think after Adam, he might have been like one of the original. I think like Adam, Tim, and Justin were, and probably David, were some of the original Disney content creators.
Yeah.
And then, I'd say like
this is before
Magic Journeys.
This is before YouTube was
pretty
even
OG too.
I think it was before YouTube was even monetized.
Yeah.
These guys were doing this because of the passion that they had for it. Justin was the first guy that I ever saw do Disneyland YouTube stuff. I was researching
even though Adam came before him, he was where you found.
I found Adam through Justin, even though Adam was, predecessed him. But Justin was the first guy that I ever saw because I was researching Disneyland history.
Right.
And he covered it, and no one else was doing it.
Yeah, and I have to be honest, I didn't watch any YouTube. The only thing I had ever seen a long time ago was Fresh Baked, and that was. But again, I'm not a YouTube watcher. I never was.
That was kind of the order for me. It was Justin, Adam, Fresh Baked, and I watched them a lot.
Frankly, the only reason I watch YouTube nowadays is literally because of supporting my fellow content creators, and because I just believe in them so well. So it's like it's made me actually like to watch YouTube, to be honest with you. So no, Adam did not get his hat back after Thunder.
I was not there when Ellen went to the Seas Candy Factory. I did the studio show.
I love Seas Candy.
I didn't go on the road for any of the remotes that they did. I've worked with her on, doing other shows where she was on other shows, but it was always studio related. Are we keeping you up?
Excuse me. I knew you were going to say it.
Because you've yawned twice now.
How did you know about the first one?
I just didn't mention it.
You knew?
Have you thought about collaborating with Justin? We haven't like officially collaborated with Justin, but we've shot videos where he was shooting a video and we put each other in each other's videos and things like that.
Yeah.
So if that's what you mean, but we haven't done like an official like, hey, let's go do a video together. But we often.
Oh, Tony's here.
We often we'll see each other and put each other in each other's videos.
Tony from Beautiful Tomorrow TV says,
what's up, Tony?
got to do the Warner Brothers studio tour, and it was awesome seeing your old stopping grounds. How fun! Did you guys both go with the baby, or did you go
That's
today?
So cool.
That's amazing.
It's funny because I'll see my friends who go there and they go on the stage, and I'm like, that is so weird because I've spent so much time on that stage, and it's sitting vacant now because it's off season, and the tours are going through there, and it's like it's just bizarre. It's very
Yeah.
It's
Even
very,
when I went there,
it's very surreal.
Yeah.
To see that, and you know.
Oh, good. Victor's here. Our Disneyland representative is here. Eric says, "Oh, thank you, Eric." Says, "Did you guys get to Pinball Hall of Fame?" No, we didn't.
That day, that day got cut a little short.
Nice to see you guys at Park MGM. Remember Blue Man Group next trip to Vegas.
Absolutely,
yes.
Did.
We actually ended up leaving. We were so tired. I would say this trip, for some odd reason, we were more tired than usual.
It wore us out.
Like our most recent trip after this one, we were we had, I don't know, but I think for some reason this one we were just tuckered out a lot of the time, so we didn't get to do too much. Dylan is one of my favorite Theme Park Obsession. Dylan is amazing. Theme Park Obsession is his channel. The good part about Dylan is he is authentic to who he is, and his channel stays true to that.
Yeah.
He's actually a theme park expert.
Yeah.
And I mean like a coaster expert, a ride engineering type expert. He knows that stuff. So if you're looking for content like that, that is going to be one of the best channels you'll ever subscribe to. Thank me later. You know, he really does get it, and you know, he understands, and he's been a coaster enthusiast. Oftentimes you see, you know, I've seen it before where I've seen people go to theme parks and coasters and they're like, they don't even like it, and they go just because they get views on it. Which again, free to do what you want. But
Steal the Whiskey says, did we get to Roy Choi's restaurant in Park Avenue? We didn't. We were gonna go.
No, we failed again.
We were gonna go with BBQ. We just are. It's so like when we go there, we have this long list of things we want to do, and then time just starts getting.
We failed again.
Yeah, it's so hard to fit everything in. You know?
My gosh, Steve Hall. I found Katie and Brian thanks to Tony. Aw, he scared Katie on Scope near Haunted Mansion. I'll never forget that. Katie hasn't been able to get rid of me since. I know, I can't shake you, Steve Hall. You know what, Steve? I was watching some old After Hours footage, and I was cringing the entire time because, like, I used to just cuss. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, you scared the beep out of me. And I'm just like, this is existent out there, which again, it's like, if somebody watches that, like, listen.
You didn't see me do that.
Well, I did. Like, I full-blown, because I didn't know, like, I wasn't trying to build a family-friendly channel like I was now, but, like, I look back at that stuff and I'm just like, oh my gosh, Katie, like, this is going out to the public and you're just, you know, I mean, I was so naive and
cursing like a sailor.
Oh, dude, I was so naive and stupid. Yeah, right, Jason? Do you remember? Like, Scope had no filter. Periscope had no filter.
Neither did you.
And neither did I. Like, we were just, I felt like I was like, oh, so stupid. But yeah, it's pretty funny when I look back on that. Terry sends $10 and says, I got my t-shirt today. I need to get barreled next. Just a bit of cash because y'all are awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Terry.
We are getting the samples of our new shirts this coming week.
It's actually happening.
So we can't release them though yet because we have to check that the quality is what we like and the design is right. But
it's gotta pass muster.
We were actually gonna go like approve them and whatnot, go to the actual like office.
Yeah.
But we are just too busy this week, so they're sending them to us and we're gonna approve them. We're gonna have our logo with the new colors.
Yeah. And that's just to get started.
Better quality. That's going to be.
Yeah, that's just getting started. We have a lot of plans, and we've the folks that we're working with we're really I don't know how to put it. We're really grateful that they want to work with us because we want to work with them, and they're very talented. They make amazing products, and they work with a lot of amazing people, and so we're just really happy to get this on the move because we want you guys to be able to, you know, share in this with us in that way. If you want to purchase, you know, maybe a t-shirt or hat or whatever we provide, and we want it to be of quality. If you're going to spend your hard-earned money on this stuff, we want it to be the best it can be, and that's where we're going with all this stuff. So.
Yeah, so, and then we also want to make it more inclusive for sizing and for fit. So when it is available, it'll be in the description box. We're going to have it, I think, linked on our channel, so everything will be done. So we will tell you now, though, whatever's on Spreadshirt right now, we will be deleting that, and it will be gone. So I always tell people, if you want the old logo with the old material and everything, get it now, because it will be gone. It's going to be deleted. The minute that one shop goes live, that one will be deleted and it'll be gone. And I will say, within the next month, it'll probably be gone. So if you want the old school stuff, you just have to go to the description box of any of our videos, and it'll say like Spreadshirt, and that is the old. It will be a relic. You will never see it again. I don't like those colors.
Yeah,
anymore.
Kidult TV says, "Oh snap! Looks like I'm getting some merch. What it do? What it do?"
You're gonna
Kidult
love it,
TV.
though. I think I mean, really, we're starting off basic with our logo, but we want people to be able to, like you said, like be a part of Best Life and Beyond, and like go to the park and like other blabbers will see you and be like, "Hey!" And you have the new shirt, so it's like, I don't know, it's just great. Christopher sends $5 and says, "Spencer, have you done any videos on what you did at Warner Brothers and other jobs other than this channel? Thanks for the fun chat and videos."
You know, I have not. I've done a like a little backlot tour that I recently put up that was shot last year.
Actually, in our Q&A that we did,
there's some stuff in our
2020,
Q&A.
like we got to like, there's a chunk in there, and I'll link it once this video is uploaded. Just don't let me forget. But you did get to kind of share a little bit about your job prior to this.
Yeah. And as far as specifics, I haven't really done that yet. I mean, I still do it from time to time. I almost feel like maybe in a retrospective manner I would at some point.
You're doing it again soon, like Sunday.
Yeah, I'm doing a job on Sunday. But man, I've got a lot of stories. I mean, you have to understand, I kind of grew up in it because my mom worked in the business, and I started at like age 14 working in that business, as well as I was hanging out before then on stages and stuff. So just a lot of experiences with a lot of different people, and you know, stories that I kind of look back on and go, I can't even believe that happened sometimes, you know. So it's a good idea, and maybe at some point in the future I'll be able to do that, and you know, maybe tell some of those stories to you guys, and let you in on the fun and the amazing things that I got to be a part of, you know.
Yeah, it'd be cool if you could share some of your stories someday.
Yeah, because Katie doesn't want to hear it.
Yes, she does.
No, she
no
doesn't.
Here's what Katie doesn't want to hear. So I know that there's certain things that I can bring, and I do this to you too. I think it's a couple thing. Like, we both know that there's like repetitive stories that we share with each other over and over again. You know, so we, there you go. You can talk about it on Disneyland for Designers podcast.
That's a great idea.
We actually do need to get back on that show.
It's what a fun podcast that was. There's a podcast on This Is Rad.
Oh yeah,
where we talk about game shows. And
it was prior to even you being on the channel.
Correct. It was before this channel was in existence, and I did a couple of podcasts with This Is Rad. You should go check them out.
But look it up, This Is Rad game shows, and you'll find it.
Yeah, I've also got This Is Rad Graffiti, This Is Rad Summer.
I think I was in one of them.
You were in one of them. But we talked deep about game shows because I grew up working on game shows and being a part of that.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stories on it.
And so, yeah, if you want to check that stuff out and support This Is Rad, they're an amazing group of folks and friends of mine.
So our semi-podcast, it's kind of not a podcast, but it kind of is our weekly blab, where we don't edit it, we just kind of talk.
We just chat, and it's a lot more conversational between Katie and I.
Yeah.
And almost as if you were in the room with us. So that's why we say it's kind of podcasty. It's the kind of thing you could probably turn on and listen to and not even have to watch. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was our goal, was to try to be a little looser and a little more conversational with each other, so that to give you guys a little peek into kind of how we are off camera.
We wanted it to feel like you're hanging out with us. Yeah. Like you're sitting on one of the couches and you're listening to us.
Yeah.
You know.
Listen to us blab.
Listen to us blab. When did you launch this channel?
Which is, if you didn't know, blab is the acronym for Best Life and Beyond. Thank you, Adam the Woo, for creating that acronym for us. We didn't even know it was what it was. But anyways, when did we create the channel?
December, maybe?
It was like a December 3 or 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. Maybe 3 years ago.
Steve Hall, I didn't see your question. What was it? Steve Hall sends $5 and says, "Okay, Spence, if you can tell us, how did they get people into that box they jump out of and scare It's been bugging me for ages. I don't know if you can share that, can you?
I can totally share that, yeah.
Dude, Spencer was in the box.
Oh, I've been in that box.
Hold on, let me just, before you get that, because I think it might be detailed, I believe, because I remember when you explained it to me.
It will be. It'll be a little bit of a detailed...
Okay, Christopher sends $5. Spencer, have you done... I think I got that one. Thank you, Christopher. I just wanted to make sure so I didn't interrupt.
Because she knows I'm going to blab right now.
Well, I mean, you should. It's pretty awesome.
It's a great story. Adam had just gone there, too. And done
it's
the tour.
weird when like, people are texting him, and they're like, I'm on the Ellen stage, or I'm on this stage, or whatever,
it's
and
so
it's
bizarre.
Like, that must be so weird,
well,
I
it
would
is,
say.
because normally it's a very locked-down situation.
Imagine people getting to go to your work, and they're like, hey, I paid to be on the place where you worked for years.
Yeah. And
literally since day one.
And I could tell you a story about every inch of that studio, and you know, an experience with somebody I worked with.
If you watch that Q&A, I included the clip where you're on Ellen's pilot episode.
I was on the very first show. There's a bit with me and Ellen about the cue cards, and I was holding cue cards at the time. And
right.
You can look.
Oh, share the box thing. Sorry.
I keep getting the scare box is what it's called. That's what we call it.
Sounds so scary.
No, that's what we call it. That's what it says on the rundown in the script. It's the scare box, and it's like a table that is shaped like a box that's in between Ellen and the guest. If you've ever seen the show, and she loves scaring people. So at one point, I don't know when this was, a couple years ago, she decided that she wanted to make it so people could, jump out of that box and scare the guest, right? So originally what we would do was we would preload one of the producers who always was the scare person, the scarer, as it were. We would load them into that box before the guest came out to the stage. So they had a lid on it, and somebody would get inside there and hide. They'd have an earpiece on, and they would wait for a cue to pop out of that box, but they'd have to sit in there, crunched in there for a long time. Then it became, I think, a season went by, and there was a summer in between, and they rigged it so you could go travel under the stage, climb down under the stage into the dirt below the stage, and it's
what you would do, because
I would go down
you
there.
Would take the talent
it was a crawl
and
space.
You would wait.
It was a crawl space, basically.
Who have you been in the crawl space with?
Oh man,
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish and I were down there. There's been a few. A lot of times it was the producers dressed up as things, but Billie Eilish was the one that stands out. She wanted to scare somebody. She requested, like, hey, I want to do the scare box to so-and-so who was going to be in the show. And I forget who Billy scared. You can look it up.
Okay, so here's Spencer on the pilot episode, which I laugh at all the time.
That way, and because we tried it with the audience behind me, and that didn't work at all. And the cameras are right here in front of me, and then cue cards are right there. And you may not think I need cue cards, but every single thing I'm saying is on the cue card. For instance, excuse me, my throat is so dry. Let me show you right here. We have...
That's Spencer.
That's Spencer, and he's learning. And Spencer's our cue card guy. We have a lot of people you're going to meet, every single day. I'll introduce you to somebody new. It's like a family here. It's like...
and it really is.
Like this is. We're starting a relationship.
So that was young Spencer?
That was wild. Yeah, so I eventually became a stage manager and worked in that capacity on the show. But, as far as the scare box, we would sneak down there and take whoever was going to be the scare person, and we had like an opening under the stage and a ladder, and you could crawl up into this box. There was a false kind of floor that I would pull out this piece of wood, and we'd have Billie Eilish or whoever was in there crawl up there and then get kind of preset, and they could set themselves in there, and they were wearing an earpiece, and I would stay down there. I had a monitor so I could see the show, I could hear the show, what was going on, and then they would pop through the box, and I could see it from under there. You could see it open up, and they'd jump out and scare whoever. And
so it's fun though. Whenever I would text Spence on like a break, I'd be like, "What are you doing today?" And he's like, "I'm in the box today." And I would be like, "Okay." So then I would watch the show, and the whole time, like, because I didn't really watch the Ellen show, but when I would do it, if I knew you were on the box or something cool happened, like he would tell me what happened a little bit. But
like
I would
Bob
always
Iger's here today, or
I'd always be like, "Oh my
Harrison
God,
Ford's
Julie
here today.
Andrews."
Julie
when she was
Andrews,
there, I was like, "Oh God!" Anyway, I was like, "Can I touch you?" But oh yeah, because you held her hand onto stage. Remember that?
I did. I helped.
But I
Julie
used
Andrews
to
up the
always
stage.
watch it and go, "Oh, my boyfriend's in the box right now."
Yeah, well, under the
It's so
stage, and
funny.
it kind of freaked me out sometimes because, like, if there was an earthquake, I'm like under thousands of pounds of stage, and I'm like, you have to crawl pretty far from where you go in the hole to access where the box is. It's pretty far. It's a good crawl. And then I would have to get out of there immediately because I had other things to do. I had other cues and work to do.
Right.
So, you know, because they'd be like, Spencer, we need your help over here, and I'd be like, I'm under the stage, you know. Yeah, it was good times. I mean, that's just like Katie's saying. That's just like one of 1,000 stories I have about that
And
industry and my
shows.
job and what I've done and where I've been and who I've worked with. And,
Was
and
it
all
a
that stuff.
toxic environment like people claimed?
No. I didn't experience that. It's Hollywood in general. It could be labeled as that. You could make any situation out to look like that. And so, you know, if other people had toxic situations, I wasn't privy to it. I'm not taking away from those people and saying that didn't happen. It very well could have happened.
But your experience wasn't
But
that.
my experience is all I can speak of. I can't speak for other people. I've had nothing but good experiences. And so I also have found that over the years, people have become a lot more sensitive and you know, to things over the years. Whereas, you know, Hollywood was, if you look back, like when they shot The Wizard of Oz, if you read the stories about how that movie was shot and what went down, if that happened today, everybody on that movie would be in jail for
Right.
what they did to the actors and how they were treated and
It's
what
just
they
like
were paid.
times have changed. And
So, you know, you have to just understand that it's all, those were all the situations that you heard about with that show were with specific people in specific situations. These are things I did not experience, and so I can't speak for that.
Right.
I had nothing but good times, as you could see right there. That was really fun to do that stuff with Ellen and to kind of, you know, have the back and forth with her and play and stuff. And
oh,
you know,
yes, I did get to go to work with Spencer and meet celebrities. In
Yeah.
fact, I met one of my boyfriends when I went to work with Spencer.
first I thought Conan. Oh no, I know what you're talking about.
No, it was Talking Dead. I came to the show that day, and lo and behold, one of the loves of my lives who actually fell in love with me at the same time. It's meant to be. Jeffrey Dean Morgan from The Walking Dead.
Negan from The Walking Dead.
Him and I met.
Who introduced you to Negan?
You did. You set up me and
Thank you.
the beginning of our relationship. We're still going steady. Obviously, it's a little low key between, you know. But when I took my picture with him, before I left, like I had my arm on his back, I grazed his buttocks, like accidentally. I didn't purposely do it, but like I went and I was like, oh my gosh, because he's tall like you. I have it on my Instagram somewhere.
He's a good dude. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is an
is.
amazing actor.
And I've done,
sweetheart.
I've gone Conan with you many times. Conan,
You got to meet Conan, which is really rare.
yeah.
And it wasn't
He's so
planned.
nice, too.
He had just we stayed late after the show.
Mm-hmm.
Showed you around the stage with Steve Hollander, who was the head stage manager. Who was a
Let me
very
just
dear
tell you,
friend of
the
mine.
Conan set is the best.
The Conan and the staff and oh my gosh, the crew.
Let me just tell you, I 100%.
Man,
I could spend. I think I've been to the Conan show with you like, I don't know, 7 times.
yeah.
We did Conan Con like at the Comic-Con.
Yeah.
When you worked that. The crew of people there, like you could hang out there all day. They are the nicest
So sweet.
freaking people. It was so much fun.
Salt of the earth, as they say. These
Legitimately,
people,
like a family. The nice
and to get to go backstage
and
at
funny.
Conan at Comic-Con, tiny little backstage in this theater.
Yeah.
No one gets in there, and we were treated like gold, even when I wasn't working, because I worked that show.
Yeah, I think I came to bring you something. Yeah, this is backstage at Conan Con. Like this is.
Yeah,
That's at Comic Con.
yeah.
That was me. I think Steve took that photo of me. That was a good time.
The Steve Hollander and Billy Bollatino and Conan O'Brien and Jeff Ross and just they're all such amazing folks.
There's me on Talking Dead. That's on the stage.
Greg
where
Kassoff.
Spencer,
I can't speak more.
and that's me with the Wheel of Fortune wheel.
Yeah. I used to work on
Spencer
Price is
brought me-
Right.
Bring your Katie to Work Day.
Yeah.
Bring your Katie to Work Day. This is us on the Price is Right stage 2 messing around.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I used to I used to run the Price is Right stage with and work with Drew Carey, and it's quite a dance on that show. You never see the cameras when you see the show, but there's giant television cameras moving around at high rates of speed, and the show is shot almost live on tape, meaning like what you see is kind of what you get, and it's a choreographed science how that works, the behind the scenes choreography of the cameras and the technicians and the models and the cars and the audience and it's wild. And I learned a lot working on Price is Right. I did that for like a couple of years.
Right.
So yeah, the stories are endless. I could go on and on and on and on.
You really could.
Even to when I was a cue card guy as a young child, 14, 15 years old, working with really high profile people.
Oh, here it is. This is me and my boyfriend. Notice where my arm is. You can't see it because it's on the small of his back. We knew we were in love at this moment. I like to think that two souls connected that day, and we're in love basically. Spencer, could you see the chemistry? You could feel it.
No.
He could feel it. He just doesn't want to admit it. Also, this is me and Conan.
Yeah, there's Conan.
That was that fateful day. It was really nice. He gave me a Conan pop. We actually have a lot of Conan pops because the people
from Comic-Con, yeah.
Yeah, the people that worked there gave us a lot of the pops.
Yeah, the prop department hooked you up with that. I didn't even have one yet, and they gave you one. I was like,
I know. That was so cool.
Heck?
They were like, "You're amazing. You should be on TV." I was like, "I know, right?"
Oh boy.
No, they really did. And then we all sat at the Conan O'Brien desk.
Oh, there it is. There's Brian and you at the Conan desk. There's
Steve.
That is history now. That's gone. It's so sad.
I'm glad we documented it, though. I got to sit, I don't know if you can see, where is it? I got to sit and be the camera operator.
There's Steve Hollander right there.
Yeah. That was us with our friend Brian.
Yeah.
We did it, I think we did a video.
I think there's a Disney Bears video about that, yeah.
I think so. But yeah, that was just the beginning of my adventures in stardom. And now I am a star.
Oh boy, here we go.
Spencer's basically, I always say though, like the good thing is he's like a stage manager to me.
That's true. I'm your director, your stage manager, your producer.
And he's extremely,
your camera operator.
He's extremely nice and he puts up with me.
Oh,
like
boy.
he's dealt with some serious Hollywood talent, but I give him a run for the money.
That's pretty fair. Yeah, that's pretty fair.
I know I do. Be Yourself Adventures sends $5 and says, Spencer, who is the best talent that you worked with? Mine was Sam Jones from Flash Gordon.
That's a good question. There's been a lot.
I know your top people. If I could say this.
You tell me because I've told you.
Spencer tells me. So, what's his name? Justin Timberlake.
Oh, yeah, JT.
Henry Winkler.
Yeah, Fonzie.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Chris
Hardwick.
Conan O'Brien. And these are just your top people that you just like have come home and you're just like, holy crap, amazing.
Yeah.
Bob Iger, Julie Andrews.
But there was somebody else that...
I know there's somebody else that I can't think of off the top of my head that like you came home and you were just like, dude. Oh, what that other guy, Morgan Spurlock, you really liked him.
Oh, Morgan Spurlock.
You were like, dude, he is
genius.
Genuine.
Genius guy, so smart.
But remember there was somebody else who was like so thankful.
Michael Strahan was really cool. I worked with Strahan a bunch. There's so many.
There's a lot. Twitch is a really good friend of yours.
Twitch. Oh my gosh. So Twitch, who's the DJ at Ellen, I worked with him when he was a contestant on So You Think You Could Dance. And then we reacquainted on the Ellen show. And what a sweet, talented,
he's always been like
hardworking,
such a nice,
and his
good
wife
friend.
Allison. I also worked with her on that on So You Think You Could Dance. Ryan Seacrest, an amazing dude, so talented and so sharp.
John Travolta.
I haven't worked with John Travolta. Yeah.
Have you had a stressed day of vlogging at the parks and just a not feeling it kind of day? Yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah, we have definitely had those.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you have no idea.
Yeah, days where you go there to cover something specifically that's going down.
Things don't work out.
And you have a plan in your head of like, okay, this is something that's going to happen one time. I got to position myself in the right spot because we want to get the good footage for you guys. And you're also dealing with a public theme park, and people who are there to enjoy it just for themselves. And
like just behind the scenes, like today we went and ate at Tortilla Joe's, and it was not Tortilla Joe's, but there were some people sitting next to us. Again, it was just it was a bad situation, and so it was hard. We were kind of like, but thankfully we were done. We ended up having a really good
Will
night.
Smith, Rodbuster. Yeah, Will Smith. I've worked with. He's a genuine sweetheart.
Somebody
as well.
said Donny Osmond.
Donnie.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick.
Donny Osmond. Can I just tell you?
Let me just Donny Osmond.
Donnie is one of those top ones for me. Donnie, I worked with him on that Pyramid game show years ago, and I'd worked with him on a ton of other stuff where he was a guest. But man, what a sweet, awesome human being Donny Osmond is, and it's so bizarre to think about his career and what he's done. He did a dance with Weird Al. Twitch Disney Weddings, amazing family show. Yeah. I got the call to do that show, but it was in Florida, and I couldn't leave to go do it. But they wanted me to stage manage that show, the Fairy Tale Wedding. Marie Osmond also is a sweetheart. His sister Marie is Brendan Fraser. I don't think I've come across Brendan, but I hear good things about Brendan Fraser. Did I ever work Dancing with the Stars? No, but I worked right next door to Dancing with the Stars when I worked on American Idol. And we shared a hallway, like a dressing room hallway. So I knew a lot of people who worked over there.
Hello.
Yeah, Donny Osmond did go on the Haunted Mansion when it first opened. There's like a special with him and Kurt Russell and the Osmond family.
I remember we did this once on a live stream where we people just put names up.
Jason Bateman, yes. I went to school with Jason Bateman. Grade school. So Jason Bateman and I go way back. And he's amazing, super sweet. I saw him a couple years ago. Tom Cruise, indirectly worked with Tom Cruise as a guest on a show, but didn't really have much interaction with him. Rihanna, yes, Rihanna, sweetheart. Here's my Rihanna story, and she hates this story because I tell it all the time.
Hate it? What are you talking about? Oh, is it a repeat story?
Yeah, a repeat story.
We do this, like I said, I don't know if other couples do this, but we both have stories that we say so many times to each other, and then we're each like, okay, we've heard it, like we know. So this might be one of those.
Yes, I was on Idol from season 2 to 12, so I did most of the run. Rihanna, I worked with on a ton of shows. I always, as a stage manager, you get put with certain talent. Like they divvy up the responsibilities. Like, hey, you're with Rihanna, you're with Tom Hanks, and you get all these assignments. And so Rihanna, I've worked with Rihanna a ton. And I hadn't seen her in a while, and we were doing something, I don't remember what it was, big award show at the Dolby Theater, and brought her out to the stage, and I went to set her on her mark to start the thing, and kind of had our greeting, hey, good to see you, Rihanna, how you been? It's been so long, this and that. And she's like, hey, good to see you. And I said, it's like a reunion, because they call her so it's like a reunion. And she looked at me and did this. I was like, I know, I had to, I'm sorry. She got a kick out of it, but she also gave me, some crap about it, which was fun. But she's like that. You can have fun with her. What else? Yeah, I worked on Idol. I worked on most of the Idol stuff, like all the good years. Kate Hudson, sweetheart. Justin Bieber, yeah. Justin I've worked with a lot. I worked with Justin since he was like a little guy. Since he was like probably 14 when I first worked with him. Worked with him 2 years ago on Ellen, right before the world broke. We did some stuff with him, and him and I worked pretty close together. And he's cool. He's that kid's been through a lot. I have to say.
Somebody else said that their husband and them roll their eyes at the repeat stories too.
Yeah, it's part of it.
It really does happen. It's nothing against each other. Like we love each other, but sometimes we're just like, okay. Like I know there's certain things I can't even say because
you know what's going to stir it up.
And
yes,
I know it'll stir it up.
Stephanie Usher, yes, Usher. I worked with Usher for a long time. Really sweet guy, so talented. That's another thing is Kanye. Yeah, I worked with Kanye.
My husband rolls his eyes at me and my dad jokes. I love dad jokes.
I think sometimes, aside from the interaction that I have with some of these people, it's the respect that I have for their talent and their work ethic and how hard they work regardless of how famous they are, you can see it when you work with these people behind the scenes, and you can see the dedication and the commitment that they have. And I think sometimes I'm more taken by that whole part of it. It's like, wow, like, when you see the work that goes into it, because a lot of times, a lot of us only see the product, and you're like, oh yeah, I could do that. And it's like, man, how they have to, deal with, the way productions go and the way productions are built and rehearsed and done. It never goes to like some perfect plan. Like, I wish I could say that that it goes like that, but there are so many problems that come up that usually what you're doing is mitigating all this issue to get to this product that you're trying to put out. But then there's wardrobe issues, there's lighting issues, there's not enough time, there was traffic, he's late, so now the rehearsals got pushed, we had to put this one in front of that one, that set piece broke, this won't fit through the door. The things that happen on every single production that you see on television, you never see that stuff, and they all have to deal with that, and they have to kind of rise above, and you just don't see that. So that's where I give a lot of people props. Like, you see how many takes they do, and you only see the one take on TV, but you see that they did that 45 times, or had to perform under conditions that were less than dealable. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm just grateful to be around people that deal with that stuff, and we all dealt with it together as a crew and a cast and a crew and a production, but like, there's a lot that goes into that stuff.
Be Yourself Adventures sends $5 and says, Spencer, I hope we can get together one day and talk about the film days. I started in 1986.
Oh, wow.
You both are the best.
Yeah, well, then we started right around the same time.
I didn't see your super chat. I thought I was caught up. So I apologize. I'll have Spencer look for that.
McConaughey, yes. McConaughey, sweetheart.
Lori Gill says, I'm heading to Walt Disney World in October for the first time. Katie, do you have any suggestions on what I should pack? Must-haves. I would bring an umbrella, and I think I did a video before our last trip where we talked about our must-haves for there. So if you go look back, it was like packing for our trip, and I like really explained a lot, and I think that that would be good. Jade sends $10. Thank you. Can't wait for you guys to cover all the fall Christmas things in the park. How are weekends at the park? Thinking of going this weekend. Not sure because I've never been on the weekend. I've been hearing that Sunday is not bad lately, which is really odd. But I think it's because a lot of people are going back to school and work maybe that day.
Denzel is cool, by the way. Yes. I'm just hitting a few of these as they come in.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt is amazing and fun to work with.
I bet. He seems like it.
Oh, super fun.
Sorry, off topic, but how was the food you picked up in Costa Mesa? Was it the same as the Las Vegas one? Yeah, I would say going to the restaurant is the best, but that's like second best. Party of Two sends $10 and says, can you please give a shout out to my daughter, Haley? Aw, she's up way past bedtime and wants to say hi and good night before she goes to sleep. Good night.
Good night, Haley. Get to bed. It's late.
Yes. Yeah, it is late. What time
Listen
is
to your parents, Haley.
Okay, California Disneyland Standard Time is 10:28. No wonder I'm yawning.
Ryan Reynolds, yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
My LaCroix.
Sweetheart, Ryan Reynolds. Donald Trump, nope. Chris Pratt, I live where Chris Pratt grew up. Oh, cool.
Have you heard anything about when Fantasmic will come back? We haven't, but
no.
I mean, if I had to guess, I feel like
it's gonna be a while.
Maybe like next summer, I guess. I don't feel like it's gonna be anytime soon. But yes. I don't know.
Yes, Fat Boy. I worked with John Cena. I think we did
John Cena.
We did Nickelodeon, like the awards. The Nick what are they called again?
The Nickelodeon Choice Awards?
Yeah, the Kids' Choice Awards.
Kids' Choice.
Yeah.
I could not remember that to save my life. I'm getting sleepy. They were hoping August but missed it. No text. Dang. Yeah, that's why I consistently think it's going to be like I think maybe the reason I keep thinking summer is because that's when the new Fantasmic 2.0 came out. It was around D23. So my thought is maybe they'll debut it after D23 like they did. Since they're not having D23 this year, they're going to have it next year. So that's my theory. I could be completely wrong. just a shot in the dark. But
Shot in the dark.
and Fantasmic. Yeah, we are doing a late nighter, a very late nighter. It got very late.
It's very late.
Could be a revamp of Fantasmic. Yeah, could be. I know John Cena sucks. That's what I always say.
Oh yeah, Carrie Underwood, the sweetest human being. Watched her from when she was nobody on American Idol. We worked together, and then she's become a mega personality in country music, and still to this day is a very nice human being. All the Idol kids, we call them kids, even though they were adults. They've all been, I feel like they got a really good grooming on that show because they're all super respectful when you see them. I see them at award shows, I see them at other shows, and they still are the same people that I worked with. They've gotten more talented and more savvy in the business and more, better, and it's just really fun to watch. It's like almost like what I would picture as like raising a child and then watching them like blossom into this amazing thing. You feel proud to be a part of their path, and it's super nice. And that was a gift to be able to work on that show. Let me tell you, I learned so much. Got to work with so many amazing people because we had guest bands coming in there all the time. So the Idol experience, and everybody that you bring up from American Idol, I can tell you like amazing good stories about. Like everybody there was sweet, and we all worked really hard to make one of the biggest shows in television history. Like we got more views than any other show in television history. Like end of story. Idol was the king, yeah. So it was to be a part of that,
How about Walt Disney?
Oh, I wish.
I know.
I so wish.
Man.
Jack Black was, we worked with Jack he came on Idol for some things, I think, but Jack Black is exactly who you think he is. He is that guy. And
seems like it.
He's amazing, yeah.
I'm spacing out.
I could go on and on, but
I'm so tired. I love the OG American Idol.
Dolly Parton. Oh my gosh. Dolly Parton's high on my list too. Dolly Parton made me eat frog legs. True story.
That's one of those repetitive stories too.
Yep.
You cannot bring up Dolly Parton.
We were in Texas.
Without hearing that story.
We were doing a show in Texas with Willie Nelson, Dolly Parton, Kenny Rogers. And we went out one night and she made me eat frog legs. You don't say no to Dolly Parton. And I've done a ton of other things with her, but...
Disneyland sends $2, says, any suggestions about getting in the business?
I mean, it just depends on what you want to do. And I always tell people, try to work for a production company as a production assistant. Start, in the mailroom, as they say, and work your way up. It's very competitive. It's long hours. It's sometimes very thankless. Excuse me. That's all I can tell you. My path was very unique, and so a lot of times it's hard for me to give people advice as far as how to get in there. I was kind of raised in the business, but took my own path at a certain point, was given an opportunity, and then had to, make that happen. And you're only as good as your last day. Like, it's one thing to have a door open for you, but to stay in that room, so to speak, you got to continually prove yourself every job, every show. Your reputation's on the line, and there's so much money in the room, and there's so much pressure in that room wherever you're working that it's a collaboration too. So I just would say, try to get in the bottom floor somewhere, somehow. Just get in and figure it out from there, and find your path.
Find your path. You sound like Pocahontas.
Yeah, well,
Grandmother Willow too.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's path is unique. Everybody I've ever worked with or talked to, everybody's path is totally different.
Yeah.
Where they came from, how they started, what their in was. Like I said, who opened the door for you, but then how you stay in that room that's
so true.
That's the hard part.
Hard work.
Yeah.
Katie, get some sleep. Oh, I'm tired, but I'm just listening to Spence. I also get relaxed when Spencer talks, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but like there is times like he can lecture me and put me to sleep, but like when he talks, it relaxes me. Like sometimes, but when I can't sleep, which is very rare, I'll ask him to like talk. I'll ask him a question just so that he'll talk. Yeah, I'm dead serious. It is. He has.
And I've got a story because here's one.
Oh no! But he really does have the most relaxing voice. Like if you really like, I'm telling you, If you ever can't sleep, go back and listen to him like just blabber on about something, like whatever he's, sharing his stories about now. I am telling you, I will fall asleep. Like, we used to fall asleep on the phone because you'd be like, yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah. Here's
it's
one for
relaxing.
you. Get ready to sleep. Okay.
Oh, no.
Somebody asked me, do you have any Steven Tyler stories? I've got a ton of them, but one that stands out in my mind is American Idol was a live show.
By the way, before you get into this, if you guys have Disney questions and whatnot, and we're totally like going too far off of the beaten path, make sure when we like take a break like this to ask them so that we can share that. Because I've seen some come up, but I didn't want to interrupt you. It was about Disney treats, so after he shares this, then ask
Then I'll
it
shut
again.
up about this stuff.
No, you don't have to shut up
But it
about
was
it.
a good-
I think we should just take turns with it so that we can answer.
Here.
I know, plug it in.
So, Steven Tyler of Aerosmith, who was on
Steven
American
Tyler
Idol.
PJs.
He was a judge in American Idol.
PJs.
And we're crooked.
Oh, whoops.
There we go.
Okay.
So, Steven, typical rock star, really fun, a lot of energy, wild outfits. American Idol being a live show. My job at American Idol was I was on the stage and I ran the big doors, all the sets, all the movement, all the stuff that was going out. I would cue out the judges in the beginning and that type of thing. So another stage manager would bring the judges to me at the top of the show. Mind you, this is a live show. So every minute that's happening is like, this is real. This is like, so I'd say about 3 or 4 minutes before the show started, they would bring me the judges. I would line them up behind the wall, put them on marks where they were safe because there's a lot of moving parts that could kill people. And then I'd hide out in a spot to cue the door open, to give the guy the nod to, hit the button to open the big doors and then yell, go, and they'd walk out, and then I'd close the doors behind them. So when I'd get them, I didn't have a lot of time. It was like, okay, hey guys, good to see you. Here you go. Minute away. Here, step on your marks. I'd put a flashlight down on the floor so they could find their marks. Well, Steven had these leather pants on that
PJs.
they had they were like leather pants that had like strings on the side that crisscrossed, like what would you call that?
I don't know what you call them, but I know what you're talking about.
Like leather pants that on each outer part of the leg,
Yeah.
there were
I think everybody knows.
leather kind of like shoestring kind of things that ran all the way down, and at the bottom, his pants kind of flared out, and the strings were kind of long and they were hanging off, and it was a little dangerous because, like I said, this wall moves and closes, and there's things, I don't know, he could trip or whatever. And so he says to me, "Hey man," Steven Tyler voice, "Hey man, could you tie my pants real quick?" And it was like literally it was like 15 seconds. And he says to me at the last second, like the strings are kind of hanging off his pants, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And the length was like this long, like it was seriously long. It was like an untied shoelace, which is dangerous, right? So I'm like, I don't know what to do, man. He's like, just cut it. And you're backstage, like every dude has a knife that works on the stages, like the stage hands. I'm like, somebody give me a knife. And I just stick my hand out. Somebody gives me a knife. I take my flashlight, I shine it up. I cut the strings off his pants at the bottom real quick and then jump out of there and go, stand by. And he said something like, hey man, you didn't tie him. And I'm like, no time, go. And then sent him out on the stage. And it was just like, he kind of tripped out like, what are you doing? But it was like, hey dude, like, I don't know. My job is to keep you safe and to, send you out there on time because the director will lose his mind if I don't. Plus America will see my mistake if I don't get them out there on time. So anyways, I had to cut the laces off these pants at the last second. And they were probably like really expensive designer, who knows. But I'm just like, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Jumped out of the way, gave the cue to the doors, go,
It could have been custom made.
Oh, I'm sure they were. Yeah. But anyways, he was cool about it, but
Soy sends $5. Says, been watching you guys and Adam for as long as I can remember. Do you guys ever just sit back and think of the journey you've had after all this time? So much. We talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it is one of those things that, like, we think about a lot, and we're always, like, thinking about, like, man, remember how hard it was when we wanted to, like, go film this or whatever, and we put so much work into these vlogs, and hardly anybody would watch them.
Yeah.
And it's so crappy because you're like, oh, I put so much time into this. Like,
Yeah.
And editing wasn't as quick as you are now. Not that
It takes me a while,
is-
but it used to take me a
right.
long time because I was new to editing. I was good at like, you know, standard kind of stuff, but I just I didn't know I didn't know how to shoot.
Shortcuts or
Well, I didn't know. Here's the thing: is once you edit a bunch, you realize the how to shoot for the edit. Whereas I used to just shoot, and then go, okay, how do I edit all this together? Whereas now I know how I want to edit things usually, and so I'm editing while I'm shooting. And I know a lot of creators, you guys will agree with me if you're watching this, like you shoot with your edit mind if you're the one editing. Some people don't edit their videos and they probably just shoot, and here it is, deal with it. But for me, like knowing, oh, okay, so I just did this, now I need to get that, and you go into the edit with a little more sense of what you're doing because you've already thought in your mind how you wanted to present this thing. Where I used to just shoot everything I could and then figure it out later, and that was very time consuming and arduous. And you know, there's still times like that where I might not know how I'm going to edit it, so I overshoot one thing because I'm like, well, I'm going to give myself options on this, you know, and shoot some B-roll or whatever, 4 different ways because I don't know how I'm going to lay it out, so that when I get to the edit portion, that I have options. I go, oh, you know what, that didn't work, so I'm glad I have this option. Or we'll redo things sometimes just in case, because I'll say, you know what, I don't know if that worked. Let's do it one more time.
Yeah.
And then we end up using the
also-
first one a lot of times anyways, but it's like
But
a
I think
safety
also
net.
like in between too, like we look back and we think about, you know, how we used to look at things and go like, oh, we definitely can't, we have to make sure we do this first. We don't do that anymore. Like if the time suits and we love to like be there at the opening because you want to capture the energy.
Oh, as far as shooting in order?
Yeah, like or like you know, say Goofy's Kitchen had characters and we were for sure gonna go do it. Of course, we're gonna try and do it the day it comes back, but we're not gonna be upset if we're not the first people to it. I think when you're starting out, you have this perception that you have to be first, but we realize it's about kind of taking your time and putting quality into it. So I think that's one thing that we've done when we've like looked back and go like, isn't it nice though that we now know that quality is better than like being the first people there. And,
right. Well, I used to call it the race, and you know,
the race is not there.
Sometimes there is value sometimes in the race, but.
Right. And I think the value really is just capturing a little bit more energy that we prefer.
Yeah.
Or it just suits us better. But, you know. Jixter sends $5 and says, tonight's chat has been my favorite. Spencer's stories are fascinating. They really are. Just want to thank you guys for keeping me engaged tonight. I need a life break. I love that. And I'm happy that made you feel better.
You're welcome, and thank you for caring.
It's nice that you guys actually, like, sit and listen to it.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's, especially because it's not Disney, and the fact that, like, you care about something like that is really nice. Michelle sends $20 and says, you guys are amazing. Well, thank you, but
Michelle.
you
You're amazing for
are amazing.
Caring.
When did you guys first meet Adam?
It was...
You met him at Pixar Fest.
I'd met him before that.
Oh, okay.
But it was right around that time. Like, I'd seen him at a couple different things.
I didn't even know who he was because I didn't watch YouTube.
Yeah, I
had no idea.
I had seen him at the Griffith Park, at the Walt Disney's Barn one time. I saw him in Hollywood at the Minnie Mouse Star presentation.
Oh.
I kept seeing him at places, and it was like,
Right.
oh, hey man, you know, love your stuff, and you know, get the
Right.
little hellos and stuff like that. And then Pixar Pier opened, and it was when Abominable Snowman Treats, or whatever it's called,
The adorable
Frosted Adorable, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
That had opened, and so, you know, all of us vlogger types were there, and he had just finished his shoot. He was with Jay, and they were walking back from there, and I was on my way there, like on a mission. He even talks about it. He goes, yeah, you were on like a mission, dude. Like,
yeah, and I wasn't there.
You weren't there.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, hey, Adam, what's up, man? And he's like, oh, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm going to go do this thing. And he goes, oh, yeah, I just went. It was great, this and that. And I, you know, gushed over him and was like, hey, man, I just want to let you know, like, you're a big inspiration. And you know, I love what you do. And, you know, did that whole thing. Couldn't help it. And he said, "Oh yeah, man, cool. Like, hey, we should you know, do a video sometimes or whatever, collab. Hit me up on a DM or something like that." I was like, "Oh yeah, cool, no problem." And I remember walking away going, "Oh my gosh, like Adam wants to collab." I was so like to this day, like I step out sometimes and go like, "What, you know?" He's such a good friend, and we've become really tight.
He's like family.
And he is, and but I still have the utmost respect and admiration for him, and I know he probably would be like, "Okay, dude, shut up," but I do, and
How could you not? Like, he's absolutely
he's a great human
brilliant
being.
and
He's
such
a good,
genuine.
he's a really good friend. And
Somebody said is he as funny off camera as he is
funnier. He's funnier. Yeah.
I would honestly say like it's hard not to laugh.
He's such a smart guy. We both have a love for movies and Hollywood.
You know what I like about him though is like each of us has our things that we relate to him. Like him and I talk about naps and like we just have our like I love Beauty and the Beast. Like so and then we all love Disneyland stuff. So it's just it's such a good friendship and like I said
really
it's developed into the point of, you know.
If you would have said to me a couple of years ago or whenever before we had met, like, "Oh yeah, you'll be hanging out a lot and have great times together," I would have been like, "Really? Like,
what?
How's that gonna
But yeah,
happen?"
then I
Like,
remember we all hung out like shortly after you guys had hung out, and then we all hung out. I think the first time we like really hung out together in the park was when Pirates of the Caribbean, like when that revamp with the redhead part changed. That was it. So
that was our first official collab.
yeah, and I mean that was like
I was so nervous.
that was so much fun. I didn't know who he was, so I was just like, "Hey, this guy's funny, and he has a camera," and you know, I didn't know. Because again, I didn't really watch YouTube, and you know, and then Spencer was like, "No, like he's like one of the first theme park vloggers like out there," and showed me, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's amazing," and you know, but it never changed my opinion of him or whatever. I just thought like, wow, that's incredible, and you know, but. I mean, we're inseparable now. Like I worry about him all the time. I'm like, "Where are you?"
Yeah, I know.
That's when you know like Katie has opened her heart to you because she can't stop. I worry about him as much as I worry about all my friends and Spencer. Like I do.
Mama bear over here.
Yes, I'm like. I'm telling you, 100%. CK Barry sends $5 and says, "Kudos to you both, Spencer. You deserve patience and hard work gold star." I completely agree with you.
Oh.
The early days of Idol seem like a lot of work. Yeah, I agree.
Idol all the way through was a lot of work. The finales especially were like doing the Grammys.
Sorry. That's so cute. Tristan sends $5 and says, "Can you find out if Dylan is single? My coworker has a crush on him." Well, I don't blame your coworker because Dylan is adorable and handsome and smart and funny and talented, but I would not be, I will not, and I know Spencer won't, we're not going to comment on his personal life. So
Miguel asked a good question. Back to Idol real quick.
But ask him though.
Was I there during the Mariah Carey, Nicki Minaj drama? Yes, I was.
I don't even know what that is.
It was real. It was not contrived. I think some people thought it was faked for the show for you know, that was very real, and it made my job very difficult at certain times.
What happened? Were they just fighting or something?
I don't know what the origin of it was, but they did not like each other.
So it was a feud.
I don't think Nicki really cared, to be fair. This is my judgment on it. I don't know if this is true or not. I think Nicki was in her own thing, and I had a really good thing with Nicki Minaj. I remember I was nervous that she was coming to the show because I'd worked with her outside of Idol, and I'd heard stories like that, you know, about Nicki Minaj, and I was a little nervous, like, how's she gonna like adhere to this structure of Idol? We had a great rapport with each other. I liked working with her. Mariah was kind of standoffish and had a giant entourage, so it made it very difficult for me to deal with her directly because there was always so many people around her. Whereas Nicki would show up, she'd come right to my stairs to the stage and report to work in a sense, and was very professional. And so I had a great thing with Nicki Minaj, but that thing between them, it was real. Like, she didn't want to be near her, so Mariah would disappear, and I'm like 2 minutes from live show and I can't find Mariah Carey because she wants to be separated from Nicki, and Nicki's waiting where she should be to get on stage. and I don't have Mariah Carey. And I was caught on camera one time because she was so far away that I set all the other judges, because I had 4 judges at that point. I think I had Simon, Randy, Nikki, and Mariah Carey. I set those 3, and I had to go back for Mariah, and got caught on camera walking her out because she was wearing heels that I had to.
Ricky said I heard they were fighting over you. Is that what happened?
Probably, Bricky. But she caused me to get caught on camera, which is I don't want to be caught on camera when I'm doing the job I was doing. But I couldn't let go of her, and I had to help her onto the stage and get her through the door. And, you know, that was all because of that feud. And it was like, it was a little frustrating at a certain level, because it's like, come on, man, be professional. And Nikki was very professional, so.
Jessica sends $10 and says, thank you guys for the great videos. My brother's in the ICU, and this has been some distraction, you know. But Katie dated Gandalf. I'm still dating Jeffrey D. Morgan. It's just on the side. That's all. Spencer knows. He's just accepted it. Right, Spence?
No.
He's just accepted that we're in love. You saw the sparks.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, you saw the sparks. You knew. You knew when it happened. I mean, you introduced us.
I wasn't worried about it.
You weren't worried about it, but you knew the connection was there. It was real. It was palpable. The energy. It was. I was in the front row too. Like, remember, because like Spencer gave me a seat in the audience, and I was like the front row, like VIP seat, and the whole time JDM was like on talking to Chris, like being interviewed. He would look over every once in a while and he would wink at me. He did.
I don't believe any of this.
It did happen. I don't know how you missed it. But I think he would make sure you were on your little like iPad thing, and then he would look and he'd be like this. I was like, oh, JDM. And then like he tried to give me his like, you know, his bat as a souvenir from the show.
He's married, Katie.
Listen, he may be married, but I know what happened. Like, he loves me. I think she's just accepted it as well. His wife, that is. Be Yourself Adventures sends $2 and says, how was Simon Cowell?
Simon was amazing, actually. Simon.
Oh, heck no. Hold on.
What?
Spencer, can you please explain the story about the little leprechaun that lives at the bottom of... Oh, heck no. Dare you even bring that? Heck no. Yeah, Spencer's hair is getting long. We're going to cut it soon.
Yeah, it's annoying me. Simon was a sweetheart, a true gentleman.
Pet you like a puppy?
Simon was great. Simon had an ego that was just enough to where you kind of appreciated it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
everybody needs an ego.
Yeah, well, especially if you're in that business.
Especially if you're Leo the Lion.
Simon Cowell is the one who championed Carrie Underwood, so we have him to thank for Carrie Underwood being...
We, the collective Americas. Katie, do you love Princess Diaries? Listen, Princess Diaries I could recite line for line, word for word. I have the CD, the original pink CD, and I listen to the soundtrack to this day. Princess Diaries. And because it made me fall in love with Julie Andrews. Julie's my idol. Like, Julie Andrews is my idol. Like, she is who I aspire to be.
She's your Disney idol.
She is my Disney idol.
Yeah.
Her and... what's her name from Vanderpump? Lisa Vanderpump. Her and Lisa Vanderpump are what I strive to be in my life.
My idol at Idol was my boss, Debbie Williams, who brought me to the show.
Who's your idol, though, and, like, okay, not the American Idol one, but, like, who's your,
But I have to give props to Debbie Williams.
Okay, yes.
Because she brought me in. She made me a stage manager. She put me on Idol. She mentored me, an amazing person in the industry. And she is also responsible for a lot of the talent you saw in American Idol and grooming those kids. She really went out of her way. Nigel Lithgow, Ken Warwick, Debbie Williams, like, I have to give props to those people. When I talk about all this stuff, I don't want people to think that it's like, you know, it's all coming like I'm taking all the credit. Like, these people were legendary. The vocal coaches, I mean, there was a whole host of people that were there to raise these people up.
Now, who's your actual, like, so mine is Julie Andrews. Who's yours? Has to be somebody alive.
I don't know.
Pick somebody. You've got to have somebody. It could be an actor, be a singer, a writer, an artist.
I mean, I have, it's hard for me because I would have to say it's somebody that I know, because like somebody like Chris Hardwick I look up to.
All right, that could be your
Because
person. That could be your person.
I've known Chris for such a long time. I knew him in the beginning of his career. It was towards the beginning of my career. We were young, working at MTV together, and I watched. We always related to him, and I don't know, his work ethic, his professionalism, and his success, and his way, and just his passion. I don't know. I have a lot of respect for Chris, and he helped motivate me, especially to do this kind of stuff, because I would always listen to his podcast. Don't worry about money. Don't worry about the bigger picture of it. Just if you're passionate about something, just do it. Make something, create something. If it doesn't work, make something else. Failure in those ways of making things is not a failure. It's the learning process to get to the success.
That's very true. That's very true. We still live by that.
And
like,
he taught
all
me
the
that.
time.
He totally taught me
Yeah.
that. And just to do something and make. I've always wanted to like be creative, and I've been creative
Right.
a lot of my life, but nothing to where I wanted to pour my entire heart and soul into it. Like my paintings, I do that. Surfing, snowboarding, those things. I put a lot of my heart and soul into those things.
Somebody said their idol is Walt Disney.
Well, yeah, Walt is
That's pretty
definitely,
darn
you're
good.
right, because Walt was thrown a lot of adversity and never backed down and never quit.
And stayed with the quality too. Like
Yeah,
even when
that's
it
a
was
good
like
point.
hard.
I will say Chris Hardwick, Walt Disney. Yeah,
Well, Walt Disney could be your one that's passed on.
yeah, because he.
Bricky asked what was in my Little Mermaid, my Little Mermaid fanny pack. I think that's what you're talking about. I can tell you what was in my fanny pack that I brought to Disneyland as a kid. A peach cup. I always brought a peach cup.
Where's this going?
A fruit roll up, and some sort of like chapstick.
Bobby Chapstick?
Bobby chapstick. No, but some sort of chapstick, like the bubblegum flavor or whatever it was. Like I had that, and then probably like a rolled up $1 bill, which is pretty funny. That comment just caught my eye. Like,
Why was it rolled up?
well, I always kind of like rolled it up for some reason. Didn't you do that as a kid?
No.
You didn't? I think every once in a while, if I had an airhead in there too. I love airheads. Purple airheads. Oh god, my mouth started watering. Do you guys ever go to Disneyland and not vlog? Just curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we had annual passes, we did.
Kiddo, you got a black book, dude? I would love to hit your black book, bro.
What?
In graffiti.
Oh, the signing thing.
The black
Yeah,
book
yeah.
is your piece book, and you get other people to.
Yeah, I know what it is. But they don't. So I realized that just now.
But don't downplay it like.
No,
oh,
no,
yeah,
I meant
know,
like
yeah.
I thought you were
She don't
explaining
know,
it to
kiddo.
me.
She don't know.
She don't know.
She don't know, bro.
But lip smackers, that's what it was. Thank you. Who said that? CK Berry, lip smackers. Oh, lip smackers. And then I know at one point it was a lot of glitter from Limited 2.
Oh, glitter.
Back when I was a kid, like glitter was like glitter on your eyes, glitter on your cheeks.
So are you part of the glitterati? People that glitter, that shine.
Stupid.
Seinfeld reference, the glitterati. If you guys know, Seinfeld.
Glitterati. I don't, yeah.
Big Seinfeld fan.
Do you ever do meet and greets? No. And I only say that
She's
because
very
we-
aggressive. No.
Yeah, I just
And I will never.
and I will never. No, just kidding. Someday that would be so awesome to do, but we just can't do that on Disney property. And everyone's like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, what's your dream trip before 2021 ends? I feel like my dream trip is like one that's gonna happen already, but I don't want to say it because we're gonna announce it on the Weekly Blab. So,
Oh, that was good. Good try though.
what's your dream trip before 2021 ends? If you could have one, like. I won't say Hawaii right now because
like kind of what you said about restrictions. Like I don't want to have to worry about all that stuff.
Yeah. You want to like travel when you can actually like.
I've been dying to just get out into some nature a little bit, and I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Who was here when Katie learned who Mantooth was? Wait, who is Mantooth? I already forgot.
Oh my
Wait,
gosh.
Mantooth.
Randolph Mantooth.
Wait, what? I remember this,
She's like,
but
it sounds familiar, but I don't remember.
no, like I don't.
There was a little show called Emergency. If you're of,
Oh, his name was Mantooth. Holy crap! I really.
it was an Indian name, so that's why it sounds a little,
It
different.
sounds funnier, but
But
when you don't know that it's a name from a different culture or whatever, you don't know. So you're just hearing the word Mantooth, and you're like, "What?"
he was
I forgot all about that.
firefighter paramedic on Emergency, as well as other shows. But
Now that I know it's a name and it's a...
She didn't believe me originally.
No, I really didn't. Mantooth. That's great.
Oh, Wes Mantooth from Anchorman. Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
That's right. That's probably where they got it from.
Mantooth coming back to haunt us.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty funny. I totally forgot all about that.
Do you know He-Man the cartoon? I don't know what that means.
He-Man the cartoon? He-Man.
Oh, He-Man the cartoon. Yeah, yeah.
You guys going to Hollywood Horror Nights? Yes.
Oh, Francis, Cozy TV. I'm down. Cozy.
What's that?
It's all the shows from...
For old people?
No, for people who were alive in the days when television was awesome.
For old people.
No.
Spencer, are you old people? Answer the class right now.
No.
We have a question. The class has a question for you. Come here. Answer, everybody. Look them in the eye.
MASH.
Are you old?
I used to ride my BMX bike to the old MASH set in Malibu Canyon.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Katie and Spencer being a little loopy. Oh yeah, that happens. When I get tired, people always think I'm like under the influence of something, even though I'm completely straight edge. Every time. Even Spencer thought I was under the influence when he met me.
I did. I thought that. Somebody said, have I worked with Will Ferrell? Yes, I've worked with Will Ferrell and I've worked with Ron Burgundy because he showed up.
In that
Two different instances I worked with Ron Burgundy, and he shows up as the character and is in character the entire time. Like, I didn't work with Will Ferrell. I worked with Ron Burgundy, and it was amazing. He at one time at Conan, and we were all outside, sitting outside, there's chairs outside the stage, and he rolled up to be on the show, and he was in the suit and everything, and he started giving us like hassling the crew, why don't you guys get to work? Oh, nice, Kate. What are you doing?
I tried to move it so that I could sit back.
Oh my gosh.
My back is hurting.
This is why I do the tech on this show.
Do everything. I tease him about being old. I feel like anybody over the age of like my age, I just consider old. Like my sister says I'm old, and I'm 11 months older than her. So that's what I'm saying.
I also did the Justin Bieber roast, and he was the surprise guest, and he's so fun.
Oh, and let's also say, old is not a bad thing. I'm dating older people.
And with that,
I just don't. Somebody's like, oh, "That's so bad." I'm like, no. Don't wanna upset you, people that are not the same age as me, because I actually like you better.
not worried about it.
Do you guys have a Discord? I don't know what that means. Like I've seen people have it. Is that just like a chat group? Is that what it is?
Steve Hall, the helicopter flying by the mountain that started MASH is the other side of the Hollywood sign, Warner Brothers. No, Steve, that's in Malibu Canyon. I could literally take you to the spot where all the tents were set up. I could show you exactly where the helicopter, that first shot where it flew in, the helipad, all that's in Malibu Canyon.
Is an app?
It's in Malibu Canyon.
Discord's an app. What does that mean? I need to do some research about it. I think Bricky said he has a Discord. I didn't know it was an app. Kind of like Skype. Huh. Katie, Tokyo Disneyland ever. Yeah, totally. I would totally go to Tokyo Disneyland. Spence is just wiser. I'm in the same boat. Hey, you're better for it. There's times where he's not wiser, but it's just on things about that you're not an expert in, like health or
right. I'm big on pop culture
cooking
and Hollywood and stuff like that.
Many more years than I have.
I've lived a life that's full.
New Matterhorn at Disneyland Resort. No. I'm 73. Enjoy your vlogs. Is that way too old, Katie? Actually, 73 is just getting to the good part. I think
Oh,
73 is pretty
Tessa
freaking
says, were there
rad.
anybody else who showed up in character and never broke? Yeah, Mike Myers. There was a movie that flopped that he did where he played a guy on a flying carpet or something.
Oh,
Remember that?
yeah. What was it called?
And we were doing MTV Awards, and I had him stage right, and he showed up, and they had this like this flying carpet that was on wheels that like, and he showed up in character, and they told me like, refer to him as the character. He doesn't want to break character, so just like talk to him as that person, and the whole time
the
he
Love
was,
Guru.
yeah. Yeah, he never
That
broke
was
character,
it.
and I think that's how Mike works, anyways. Probably as Austin
Guru.
Powers, he probably was like that. Show up on the set, and he's in. You
Yeah,
know? Yeah.
I remember that video. I actually went and saw it. I don't know if I went and saw it. Okay, I'm 56. 73 is still young. I'm telling you, it's kind of like we get so much crap about our ages.
Age is a number.
Like, we really do. Like, that's why we laugh about it so much, and I, like, call Spence my old man and, you know, all that stuff, because, like...
But you could say the same thing about young people. I'm like, oh, you're too young, you don't know.
Right, like,
It could go both ways. I mean...
But, like, but that's what we do. Like, we've learned to laugh about it because people have given us so much crap about our age difference, which we're... Right?
Yeah.
But it's like, I feel like, I don't know what the word is, like, I'm in the happiest relationship of my life, and it's like, yeah, and you know, but it's like when people focus on a number like that, it's like, you know, I don't know. It's like that's why I say
I get it if that's what they're focused on, or you know.
And I think like we learn to laugh about it though. Like that's why I'm always like, you know, there was something we were watching and. Oh, it was actually Sex and the City. Remember? And he was showing her a black and white movie, and she was like, did you see this originally when it came out? And we both laughed hysterically.
She does that to me.
Because I do that to Spencer. Like, I'll be like, oh my gosh, what's on your shoulder? Is that dinosaur poop? You know, or, you know, and you tease me about being, you know, young.
Or I'll know something from the old days, and she'll go, oh, well, how do you know that? Were you there? I'm like, no, it was the Civil War, Katie. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, we have fun though. I think it like makes our relationship more fun though, you know, and like, you know, so I don't know, but I think it sucks when people judge you based on literally on a number. So it's crazy, but you know, I'm happier with an older like person because I appreciate those things that I don't have. Like, I appreciate that you know stuff that like, and you teach me stuff every single day. Whether I want to know it or not. And I mean, I think subconsciously you want to know, but that's why, you know, I think it's so awesome because you get to learn stuff. I can't wait to go back to Disney in December. Hope to meet you guys. Disneyland, Disney parks are amazing.
Kiddo says, don't call him old, call him experienced.
Hey. But then I need to joke with you though about my old stuff though.
It's just your way.
Yeah, it wouldn't work for my joking then. I wouldn't have any. This is the thing. I'm also the kind of person too, if I'm not razzing you, I don't like you.
Right.
You know, if I'm not teasing you, I don't like you at all. Like or if I can't joke with you or anything, like pretty much consider we are not friends. Like that's it. Do you think you'll get another puppy? I don't think so. It's been almost a year.
We wouldn't be able to like provide it with the proper attention at this point, right?
And now. I know my heart's not ready. Actually, she passed away August 13th, so in like 2 more days, it's been a year.
Oh, I don't want to think about that.
I know. It's crazy to think about it.
Yeah.
Like, it is crazy. Are you getting tired?
Yeah.
Me too.
So I had to take my glasses off, and now I'm like blind for a minute until my eyes adjust again.
Really?
Like,
Is that really
not
happen?
blind, but it's just like blurry for a minute until my eyes readjust. Yeah.
Oh, that makes me feel sad for your little eyes.
That's why I don't wear glasses a lot, because it's just like my eyes just get like, ugh.
They get sore from like being corrected?
Yeah.
Aw. Do you guys think they will close Disney again? I don't think so.
Nope.
I don't think so.
No
I think
way.
it I mean...
That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think
we are like owls, Spencer. Owls. Yeah. Owls. I mixed up the word owls and Spencer. Spencels.
I was called Pencil at one point at work.
Why?
I don't know. Somebody gave me that nickname because it was like Pencil. I don't know. I think somebody did it like mistakenly, and then it stuck, and they were like, "Hey, pencil."
Spencils.
Yeah. I was also called Pierce one time when a producer didn't know my name, and she was like,
Oh, I remember that.
she was trying to figure. She was trying to get my attention. She goes, Pierce, and I was like,
Schnitzel.
Pierce, who? Pierce? Although I have to say, it's better than like, it was almost like, oh, she thinks I have like this kind of regal name, like Pierce, like
Yeah.
like I don't know.
I mean, you called me a goose gander, whatever that is.
No, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
What does that mean, though? Like,
Goose
I still
is the
don't get what
female,
it means.
gander is the male.
So there's.
So what's good for you is good for me.
Oh, so
Equal. It's like an equal thing. Like, hey, if it's good for you, it's good for me. So the saying was derived out of that. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Oh, the goose and the gander. So
If you
weird.
can think of another male, female
So
animal.
from now on, we're referring to Spencer as Pierce.
No.
Pierce, are your eyes okay?
Yeah, they're just tired.
Oh, I feel bad. They're all like strained. I could tell, or like red.
Oh yeah, I
Poor
feel like
thing.
I'm just like
Oh. Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up.
Woo!
This was a very extended, long.
It was.
What's happening Wednesday?
You're watching us fall apart on camera, like we're starting
Which is
to fade.
fun. I've been yawning for
I
the
gotta
past
like shadow
hour.
my eyes right now. I'm like, oh, it's so much better.
But it
It's
was
because
fun.
we use a light, so it's like, if you see the light, there's a
Hey,
very
I
bright
don't
light.
have a hat.
You're also a lot younger. See, I'm going to use that against you now.
See? And so it goes back. He'll do that to me too.
Get that gander to bed. Exactly.
Are you the gander
Yeah,
again?
dang right.
So I'm a goose. Oh boy. Good night. Get pencil to bed. Please keep up the daily videos. We will. I promise. Mr. Robin now sends $5 and says, if I run into you in September, would it be appropriate to buy Kaylee a gift? Oh, that's so sweet of you. You do not have to do that, but you can do whatever you want to. I mean, just don't tackle me. You can't do that. I just pictured somebody tackling me.
That's a strange.
Not that, like, I'm saying you would, but when I said, oh yeah, you could do whatever I want, and I pictured, when like it just flashes in your eyes, like someone's like, wow, and they tackle you. That went through my head.
I don't, but I understand. I'm like,
It went through my head. Could have been because I was watching a movie earlier today. Anyways, we are going to head out.
We're gonna wrap this up.
Fun. Thank you guys for
this
everybody.
is the wrap-up sign from a stage manager. Wrap it up. Like, let's go. This is stretch. Like, take your time. Keep going. Keep going. We're not ready yet with the videotape. Keep going. Stretch. It's like pulling taffy, right?
Yeah.
Wrap it up. Like hurry up.
Okay.
Let's wrap it up.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you. We love you guys. And
Thanks to our moderators, Jason and Victor.
Yes.
And everyone who joined us tonight.
Thanks for everybody who sent a super chat and for our Patreon members.
Yeah, thanks for listening to my ridiculous Hollywood stories.
They weren't ridiculous.
I've got 1,000 of them.
Thank you, Michelle, for the $20.
Thanks, Michelle.
She said thank you for the live stream.
Yeah, stay tuned for more vlogs coming at you.
Vlogs with vlogs.
What is happening? We better end this now before she says something she's going to regret.
It was all I had.
Vlogs of logs. What if we did a log vlog?
Like on a log?
Yeah.
Or eating a chocolate log? Because like they have those like in Germany. Like
Always
or not in
relates to
Germany, but
food. I was
true.
thinking of an actual log, like
sitting on a log.
what's that old song that bump on a log on a?
Oh,
There's a
frog on a log and a something.
there's a frog on a bump on a log on a.
I do remember saying like like your goose gander thing, like you'd say to somebody, "Don't sit there like a bump on a log."
There you go.
Like I remember that.
There you go.
So anyway, that was it from the vlog. Thank you guys so much. It is 11:15 and we are signing off.
We didn't even plan that. That was really weird. That was weird. I'm going to have to watch that back. Oh my gosh. What is happening?
How did we do
I don't know. We're kind of our brains are synced up. I think.
That is it for us. We are signing off. We need to do that every time now. Let's do it every time, okay?
Oh boy.
Let's do it.
See what happens.
Yeah, every time.
No.
Yes, every What's Happening Wednesday.
It was just kind of a perfect
We are
moment.
signing off. We just do it every time. It'll be so much fun.
My apologies.
No, you're gonna vote if you think we should do it every time.
No, don't vote.
Vote for us.
Don't waste your
Leave
time.
a comment once this is uploaded.
Vote
if
on
you
things
think we
that
should do it
matter.
every time.
Vote on things that matter.
No,
This doesn't matter.
Vote for this. Thanks, guys.
Oh boy. All right.
Love you.
We'll see you guys next time on Best Life and Beyond. Bye bye, everybody.